Hello, everybody. Welcome to a very special episode of 165 Entertainment. My name is Luby, and this is the actual finale of my playthrough of Arcade Spirits. I say actually because if you didn't tune in last week, I thought that was going to be the last stream, but turns out there was one more chapter left to go through. Hang on a second. Back with this. So last week's stream, chapters 6 and 7 of Arcade Spirits was probably my favorite stream of all the ones we've done, and that's considering the stream before we had actually finally successfully romanced Naomi. That was huge. But what happened last time was basically the owner of in this universe, the owner of the biggest arcade franchise tried to buy out / merge with Funplex. I rejected his offer, and then the next day, Francine, who's the official owner of the Funplex, unfortunately passed away. And through some legal shenanigans, the new owner turned out to be that same shitty douchebag owner who tried to win me over. And he fired half the crew, tried to get me to work for him, and I punched him in the face. So we all got fired. So then we all came together, decided to open our own arcade called Circle Jerks. Well, it wasn't named Circle Jerks on its own. We got to choose the name, and we landed on Circle Jerks. So we opened that up, and on opening day, a bunch of just insane shit started happening. There were people that were basically sabotaging opening day efforts. And just as it was about to come to a head, a rival gang of those hooligans came in, and there was just a big brawl. Someone pulled a gun, tried to shoot at a crowd of people. I jumped in front of the bullet. I took the bullet, and now I'm recovering. What the hell? Oh, that's okay. Sorry, I'm messing with something for a second. And so now, opening day, there was a critic there that was, the opinion of whom would make or break my future. And that critic saw that I took the bullet and said, I was going to give your arcade more of a negative review, but I saw what you did. Literally took a bullet for somebody, so I'm going to give you another chance to win over the public. It was this huge, just crazy series of events. So now we're gonna figure out the fate of this new arcade, the fate of Fleef. And now, before I get started, I do have a surprise that I want to show people. We actually have some unofficial merch available based on this new arcade Circle Jerks. So allow me to pull this up on the screen for a second. Have a look. Ta-da! A t-shirt for our arcade Circle Jerks. Designed by one of our fans, Darkside. I'm kind of digging on it. I think it's pretty cool. It's got our 165 logo around the outside. I got the link posted on the screen right now, but I also put an actual link to the shirt on our Facebook page. Yes, we have a Facebook page. Go check it out there. Buy it up. This was fan-made. That wasn't made by us, so go support the artist. I'm going to bring this back up at the end of the stream, but that's pretty exciting, seeing our logo on a shirt. But anyway, with that, I'm going to dive into this game so I can go off of this this dark screen. Are y'all ready for this? Here we go. I gotta say, I'm gonna miss this game. I had a lot of fun with it, and I definitely thank the writers and the creators of this game. Did a wonderful job. It didn't. It took a little bit to win me over, but it has in a big bad way. This game has won me over. And in fact, speaking of the creators, we are now actually featured on their website. If you go to the Arcade Spirits website, there is a list of various streamers and YouTubers who have made a series out of this game, and we are now featured on their site. So how about that shiz? Are y'all ready for this? Because this is the last time we're gonna get to hang out with these characters. So let me do my best to do them all justice. Swig. Swig of water, of course. All right, take it away, Fleef. It is the distant future year of 20 fuck, and who am I kidding? I'll be lucky to make it to 20 fuck plus 1 at this rate. I've had my strand of fate twisted back and forth so often it feels like I could snap at any moment. Mired in depression and a supposed family curse, then lifted up by my amazing time at the Funplex, slammed back down by Dekonami, raised up again by the Circle Jerks project. I have to announce it every time I say Circle Jerks. And now descending farther due to a series of bad coincidences, culminating in a Pier 6 brawl in which I got shot. But today I'm back to Circle Jerks and ready to work despite being on crutches. Excuse me. Normally I have to mentally filter out the beeps and boops of a busy arcade, but not today. Aside from our regulars, nobody's here. Not exactly the sight I wanted to see on my grand return after heroically taking a bullet to the leg. We're 3 days into this ambitious experiment and it's already looking like a bust. Even with a reprieve from Mrs. Defamed, that's the arcade critic I mentioned earlier, we couldn't hush the event up completely. The news of gang violence at a local arcade spread over social media like wildfire. Gavin had filled me in on all the details I missed while I was passed out. By the time the cops got here, both gangs were long gone, and the ghost monsters wiped our security footage on the way out the door. No arrests made, no evidence remaining. So the ghost monsters, I don't think we got that name in the last chapter, but what I'm assuming is that these are the people that were kind of sabotaging the opening day of Circle Jerks. They were rigging ticket machines, they were rigging monitors, they were clogging up toilets, they were stealing food shipments, they were fucking with everything. The only plus side, Sue and her ghost monsters apparently never came back. But even without them actively causing problems, that single day managed to smash our reputation. It's just so disappointing, unreasonable, frustrating, or fucked up, man. Again, I don't know how much these choices will affect the rest of the game. It's something that maybe one day I'll experiment with, because I've been choosing more the loving, the caring responses with this green heart around it. Mostly frustrating. I mean, come on. We had a single lousy day, and that's enough to send the masses running and screaming. Talk about overkill. It's frustrating to see all this amazing fun on display and nobody enjoying it. These games yearn for quarters. They are hungry and must be fed. I don't honestly know how we can recover from this. If we could only get the good word out, somehow correct this PR disaster. Seated behind the ticket desk with my crutches propped up nearby, light duty only for a week minimum, doctor's orders, I tried to mentally detangle this mess. Hey Iris, are we... Yes, we're still trending negatively on social media, like the last 7 times you asked. Any luck with our security camera footage then? Anything that we could give to the police? It might help our public image to have somebody to point the blame at. Nope, it's totally wiped, and my file recovery systems failed. I guess that's to be expected when going up against cyber criminals. Like, they've even avoided bad press from the shooting. I haven't spotted the words ghost monsters in any of the articles I found about the attack. They're like, ghosts. Well, not literally ghosts. I just mean they clean their tracks very effectively. Yeah, I got it. We did see them in their corporeal form, remember? At least the whole mess seems to be behind us. Now we just need to dig our way out of this hole. I sigh heavily as the burden sinks into my lungs, and before I can groan further, I hear footsteps approaching me. I lock my phone and pocket it before seeing who it is.
Hello, Floof. Good to see you up and about.
I'm up, but hardly about. I'm probably glued to the stool all day long.
Yes, well, it beats the alternative, doesn't it? Plus, you get a nice view of the whole arcade. Although a bit quiet in here today, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, but we can turn this around. I know we can turn this around.
Right. I don't mean to be a bother, but I wanted to talk to you about our financial situation, seeing as I am bankrolling this affair as such.
As soon as he mentions money, my chest tightens as I expect the worst. It's not an unreasonable thing to bring up, but can I deal with more bad news?
I may have more than my fair share of wealth, but it's not bottomless. Honestly, you could see the bottom even before I put my stake in circle jokes. Gavin and I have been going over the spreadsheets, and at our current rate, well, I'm afraid we only have so much pattern before we have to start considering options.
Options like?
Selling. I don't want to, believe me, but there's going to be a breaking point where we need to consider pulling out before our initial investment can be recovered.
What is his voice? It's supposed to be like a British meatwad. Because the guy is British, but I wanted to give him like just like the complete opposite voice you would expect from someone of this dad bod build.
I wanted to ensure everybody involved in this affair doesn't go bankrupt.
The knot in my stomach turns. The idea of completely draining Percy's finances, well, his plan for that money was to turn it over to charity upon his death. And here I'd convinced him to invest in my boondoggle of an arcade in the twilight years of his life.
Something of a grim thought, isn't it? But let's not dwell on the negative, shall we? No point in giving up the fight as soon as it begins. Soon after it begins, sorry. What we need is a plan for how we can turn these ill fortunes around. What are our next steps?
Next steps? I can barely take a step with these crutches. Honestly, I'm not sure what we do next. I need time to think.
By all means, think away. And if all else fails, well, at least you still got your health.
Hold that thought. We've got a customer. Hello, welcome to... Okay, this guy I've always kind of like... I think I wound up giving him like the Batman voice. A little bit of a Batman, like... Good morning. Yeah, I'll stick with that, I guess.
I think I'll be moving along now. Move the plan and all. Remember your health, Floof, and try to avoid stress in the next few minutes.
I stood there in silence and shock. I tried telling myself this was just a bad fever dream from my wound, but no such luck. This was 100% real. I watch as Deco takes a look around the arcade, his smug grin ever present. I see his eyebrow arch as he takes note of the people, or rather the lack of people here playing games. Doc's here, what up, G? Can't say I'm surprised in the slightest. Why would anyone want to come to such a mediocre arcade when the premium Deco's Palace experience is available to them? I'd estimate you'd have maybe a month at best before you close down. I'm looking forward to purchasing this land. Maybe I'll make it a fun zone, or just a parking lot. What wound? At the end of the previous chapter, he got shot in the leg. There was a brawl in the arcade that escalated very quickly. Someone was pointing a gun at like a group of 3 people, and I jumped in front of the gun, took the bullet, shot in the leg. I'm a motherfucking hero. Yes, a parking lot, and I shall call it the Rungalo Memorial Parking Lot. It would be a fitting tribute. I'm not dead yet. You open an arcade in the middle of gang territory. It's a reasonable assumption you'll collect a few more bullets along the way. Where's this taking place? The south side? Yeah, you know what? It's sad to say, but it could be. Nope, I can't handle this. Not today. What do you want, Mr. Nami? If you need tokens, the change machine's over there. Tokens, how quaint. Still no swipe cards, eh? Sadly, I'm not here to participate in your sad attempt at an esports community. Really, how can you hope to compete with so few games and such meager prizes?
No. I'm here to make one final offer. This is against my better judgment, given the bad blood between us. But let it not be said that Dekonami is an unforgiving or cruel person. If you sign over ownership of this arcade to me, I'll spare your careers.
What?
Yes, even Miss Fairchild and Miss Wolf. I'm sure I can find something for them to do at one of my facilities.
Ah, you suck, dude. Come on. Why do you even want this?
You should count yourself lucky I'm even willing to do this. You get an opportunity few others who cross me are ever offered. If you don't agree to my terms, I'll stand idle and watch as everything burns down around you. You have my word on that.
Okay, obviously I want to say no to this fabulous offer. But at what point do I cut my losses? Miss Francine believed in dreams, but she also believed in practicality and trade-offs. Am I ready to give up everything so that I have something resembling a future? And that's the kind of sentence that makes you want to save. Yep, see? Big old prompt. Shit, no, I'm never giving up on my dreams, or yes, it's time to rethink my life. Obviously, I'm leaning towards no. Because fuck this guy, he's a douche. I'm telling you. He's more than likely responsible for sicking all those people on me. Fucking with my steez. Isn't this you know what? I never thought about that. It is very dodge. That's a very astute observation. It is very dodgeball. The Globo Gym. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody. No, never giving up on my dreams. Of course not. Of course I'm not giving up. I mean, seriously, I had so many opportunities to jump ship prior to this. Why would I bail this close to the end? Oh my god, if... Fuck, I could have called this place Average Joe's. Oh well. No, to get the fuck out of my arcade. I'm afraid I must follow my own dreams, Mr. Nami. It's not going to get anything across to him. My resolve remains, I refuse your offer. Only if I get a $500,000 salary, 3 company cars, a Hollywood mansion, and my own line of designer fragrances. That last one is very tempting. But I'm probably leaning towards this scientific one. My resolve remains. I refuse your offer, sir. It's very diplomatic. You know, gotta do your best to be the bigger man, even though I already punched him in the face. So that might have gone out the window. But I can at least pretend. Got 3. Yep, I'm leaning towards 3 as well. So I think I'm going to go number 3. Every time you ask, the answer will remain the same. Absolutely not. You can ask a dozen times or more. You can ask a dozen or more times, and my resolve will not change. This is the path I've laid out for myself, and I'm going to walk it to the end. You think I'm running? Fuck. You think I'm ruining my future? That remains to be seen, and I will see it through. Well, that's unfortunate. It's your decision to make, of course. Your own life to ruin with your stubbornness. So be it. I guess I'll just have to settle for buying the burnt-out husk of your business once it ultimately collapses around you. I think you underestimate the damage being associated with a criminal element can do, Mr. Rungalo. It's enough to ruin even the mightiest of arcades. Oh, and I doubt the ghost monsters have forgotten you. They will return, and they will make matters far worse for you. And immediately I take notice. Play it cool, don't let on, just test the waters. Really? Ghost monsters? I thought that gang was called Lovely Chainsaw or something. Yes, ghost monsters. Sadly, they insist on naming themselves after that absurd ancient video game reference of all the childish, immature. So I know what's happening. Because ghost monsters never showed up on any news or social media posts. So he just outed himself as having the affiliation. He shakes it off quickly enough, refocusing on me. But enough banter. I believe I'll take my leave. I'll not see you again, Mr. Rungalo. I'll let my lawyers handle the purchasing what little will remain of you. Good day. Once he's out of earshot and well beyond of the confines of the arcade, I pull out my phone to verify something. Iris, you checked all the news articles about the shooting, right? Oh yes, I've analyzed them all. Did you need me to pull up a specific one? Just to confirm something for me. The ghost monsters were never mentioned by name in any of them, right? Yes, it seems Sue's friends are good at covering their tracks. Why? This is it. This is the chance we need. Admittedly, it's a slim chance, but at this point, I'll take what I can get. Message everyone. I'm calling another Waker conspiracy. Ooh, you're all fired up. Okay, message is sent. I'll need everyone's help to fill in gaping holes in my plan, but at least now I have a plan. And I've got some other gaping holes I need to have. It's time for one last-ditch effort to save Circle Jerks. Packing everybody into the employee break room proved tricky. Standing room only, elbow to elbow, but somehow we managed it. And somehow it looks identical to the break room from the Funplex. It's alright. It's not like it's the most unique design in the world. And there's the penguin poster. It's back. Oh, God. Hi, everybody. Glad I could be here for this. Whatever this is. Thanks for coming, Juniper. This was it. This was where we'd make our last stand. I looked around the room at everyone, at all my friends, and nodded to each of them determinedly. Okay, I know things are rough, but I've got, let's say, a good 60 to 80% of a plan for how we can turn things around. Like, we can all agree what happened wasn't our fault, right? Someone else screwed us over. Every problem we faced could be traced back to them. The ghost monsters and Lovely Chainsaw may be to blame, but the court of public opinion puts the blame squarely on our shoulders. Our venue is tainted by their actions. We can cry foul all we like, but if there's a chance of violence returning to the doorstep, it'll be customers away. How's everything going? It's going okay. I finally went back to work earlier this week, so it's been kind of like a mental adjustment for me. But I had a pretty chill day today, and I just finished going for a walk. Had a nice little salad for dinner. And now I'm closing out what has been one of my favorite streams I've done. And now all my looks like all my friends are joining in chat. Thank you for joining me this evening. And in case you missed it from the opening, I revealed something at the beginning of the stream, and I'm gonna re-reveal it at the end of the stream. It's a pretty cool little something. Look at all those EVs in chat. Hell yeah. That's funny. It's a real bummer. We haven't seen any families here since opening day. Parents just aren't willing to take their children somewhere that's known for being dangerous. Actually, I wasn't talking about the gangs. Today I learned who our true enemy is, and that person is Dekonami.
Pardon? Jacko normally? I don't follow. Just I'm rather missed over what happened at the Funplex, but he's hardly to blame for our current woes, right?
Earlier when he was taunting me, he slipped, mentioning the ghost monsters by name. Except those hackers keep their nose clean. They left us with no proof that they were even involved, thanks to our security cameras being wiped. The cops didn't go after them, the news didn't identify them. So how did Deco know about them? Answer. Deco hired the ghost monsters to ruin our opening day. Fucking told you, son. What? Seriously? In hindsight, it should have been obvious. I blame myself for not seeing it sooner. Far too many coincidences to be otherwise, and the fact that they only started wreaking havoc once Mrs. DeFame showed up to bear witness. I can see what you're throwing down, Flav. Sue and her friends didn't seem awful at first. I remember talking to Clyde. They were very nice and friendly. And then Mrs. DeFame showed up and... Oh my gosh, wait. Do you think Mrs. DeFame is involved? Considering she was willing to hold back her review, I don't think she's knowingly involved. But Deco may have gotten wind that she'd be showing up and took advantage. But you don't think Deco would stoop that low, right? Hiring some random street gang to mess with us, would he? Oh, he would. He's a spiteful bastard. Of course he'd try to ruin our opening day. The only reason he didn't destroy Miss Francine was out of some weird sort of gentlemanly respect for a fellow business owner. But to Dekonami, Fleef is basically pond scum. Yeah, a bit much, but thanks. To be fair, I doubt he orchestrated the bullet-riddled finale of the evening. That pushes plausibility. Joe, he wouldn't have even needed a shooting to ruin us. That negative review would have done the job. Being even slightly associated with that gang would have been awful. If Mrs. DeFame reported us as a hotbed of teenage chaos, a living reenactment of Lord of the Flies, it spelled doom without bullets flying around. I guess we're lucky she held her review back. Oh, God. Yeah, the problem is, we have no proof of this, do we? No way to tie Deco back to the ghost monsters, other than him slipping up and mentioning them to Fleef. I doubt he'd ever admit to this on the record. Iris hasn't been able to dig up any digital evidence, although there's our eyewitness testimony, which should be enough to warrant some investigation. But for some reason, that doesn't seem to be enough for the police. Yeah, I know a few of the local cops, and how they think. If they're not looking into the ghost monsters, odds are they're actually looking into the ghost monsters quietly, which admittedly doesn't help us in clearing our name. And it's too much to hope that Deco simply confesses to orchestrating the incident which ruined us. That slimy bastard's not getting away with this. I'll beat the truth out of him if I have to.
As amazing as that would be, I wouldn't suggest it, love. We need to be smart about this and undermine it rather than taking the direct approach. You mentioned having most of a plan, Fleef. Care to elaborate?
Yes! I gave her the Jerry Seinfeld voice! Kramer! Well, if Deco won't confess his sins, we need the next best thing. We need his henchmen to flip on him. See, I sensed some tension between Deco about the ghost... Take two. See, I sensed some tension from Deco about the ghost monsters. He called them childish and immature. There may be some bad blood between them. How about we break up their partnership? My plan is to track down the ghost monsters, get them to turn on their employer, and confess to their crimes. Once the media hears it from Sue herself that the incident was all thanks to Deco's scheming, it'll clear the good name of Circle Jerks. This plan is foolproof. I'm answered with a myriad of blank stares and blinks. Don't everybody congratulate me all at once now.
Okay, so this isn't really me criticizing, but your plan, kind of sucks. You want us to track down a bunch of... You want us to track down a bunch of hackers we already can't find, and then ask them politely to betray the guy who's paying them a lot of money? Between this and the shooting, I'm worried about your insurance premiums are about to go through the roof, Leaf.
That's why I said it was maybe 60% of a good plan. Look, we don't have a lot of options, people. Right now, the only ones who can save us are the ones who ruined us. Deco and Sue. I'm confident that if I can find Sue and talk to her, I can get her to see reason. Didn't you ban them from the arcade and tell Sue you never want to see her again? Okay, so we didn't start off on the right foot, but I'm willing to put money on myself for turning that around. I have my doubts, I'm afraid. This hinges on our ability to find Sue. Find an unfindable bunch of ghosts, ones Iris can't even track down. And that's where you all come in. All options on the table. I want to hear your ideas for how we find Deco's hired goons. Let's fill in the other 40% of my plan and make this happen. And awkward glances back and forth are all I get in return. I get why they're concerned. This is the slimmest of hopes, the narrowest of margins. I'm asking them to follow me on a hunch. But I know this can be done. I know I can get Sue to give us the dirt we need to clear our name. Heck, some days it feels like all I do is talk my way through problems. If that's my one special skill, I'm going to rely on it for this final conflict. Now, if we just find her... For that, I need their help, and that means I need to motivate them like a true leader would. Come on. Do we just want to let Deco beat us? Meh. Let's think outside the box, way outside. We can outthink, outwit, and outmatch Deco. If we can't stop him, Deco's going to ruin our dreams. What would the gang respond to most? 4, if we can't stop him, he's going to ruin our dreams. I'd be fine with that one. I'm kind of okay with all of these. So I'm willing to pick number 4. Beat up, boop. Beat up. Weave. I'm just gonna chill out to this banger for a little bit. Hang on. We gotta vote for 21. So you want number 1. I had to cycle through and count it. Farts in my throat. Big brain. I had to count it out. I basically had to finger and toe that one. Check out the big brain on Brad. Now do 4. Fuck. Well, that's just. Oh God. 105. Whatever. I don't feel like doing math. Fuck it, I'm just gonna pick. Friends, we don't have a choice. The path to realizing our dreams lies in turning Sue's heart against Dekonami. We have to try. I know it's a risk. I know I'm reaching, and I might even be completely wrong. But we have to take this chance. If we don't, then Deko will happily destroy us. He doesn't believe in following your spirit, in making what you want from life come alive. All he cares about is money and doesn't care how he makes it. I won't let him do that to Circle Jerks, like the way he did to the Funplex. Please, all I need from you is your support. Will you help me? Yes. Fucking Gavin. I told you that I would protect our dreams. That holds true even today. Yes, I'll help you. Together we can accomplish great things. +1 for Naomi. Yay! I'm willing to fight for my dream. I want Circle Jerks to be everything I've ever loved about arcades. Yes, let's do this.
That's the proper attitude, Fleef. We will protect what we love together.
Will we get +1s from everyone else too? No. Fuck. Everyone nods in agreement, and I can even see some smiles start to appear. We're all on board. Let's take this Tootie, let's burn this motherfucker down. The secret ingredient is semen. Sorry. Anyway, now to just determine the how of the plan. Oh my god, we're going to have to do another build. This is going to be a very important build, so I'm going to do another save. Because this could make or break. Finding the ghost monsters. At the risk of stating the obvious, why don't we talk to the police about this? They've proven unhelpful so far, but if we go down to the station and fully explain our situation, we might be able to gain the information we need. I feel this would be a reasonably steady course of action. Steady. I'm not certain about showing up and just asking them to open up their files to us, but you're correct. The police would have the information we need. Except cybercrime is a sticky situation. You have control leaks. You have to control leaks. If they're looking into the ghost monsters, they won't just tell us outright. The key is talking to the right people. I know most of the cops at Ben and Matt's Donut Shop by name, and I know one friendly officer that'll help us. That's not bad. Not a bad lead. Why get the cops involved? We already know someone who's got an axe to grind against Sue and her buddies. Or rather, a chainsaw. That's right, Queen Bey. We can ask the lovely Chainsaw Gang. They'll be easier to find and would probably be thrilled to divulge all the dirt they have on the Ghostbusters. Or they carve us off with switchblades. Could go either way. I'll admit this is a super gutsy move, but if we pull it off, we don't need to involve the authorities at all.
So situation's a bit sticky for my liking. Cops and robbers, no thank you. Although the alternative I'm about to suggest may be stickier still. Fleet first met the ghost monsters at Deko's Palace, yes. There are regulars there. So we investigate Deko's Palace to find someone who knows Sue and her mates. If we can find a good friend of hers and make them understand why we need to speak with Sue, we'll go ways to mend fences with the ghost monsters if we approach on friendly and diplomatic terms, yes? Pretty sure if I showed my face at Deko's Palace, it'd get mashed into paste by his private security goons. But my faith wouldn't. Deko doesn't know me. I was Funplex adjacent, rather than a Funplex regular. I didn't pay much attention to me when I was attending that business dinner with you, or as I could join her without any issue. Yeah, we could slip in and ask around about Sue without anybody even noticing. I'd say this kind of strategy is an honest appeal to those who may know her. What could be more cordial?
If she's got a single friend at that place, I'll find them. It's a daring mission in enemy territory, but for you, Fleef, I'll do it. What are you looking at me for? I don't have any ideas. I mean, well, you could try Googling for her accounts. I'm reasonably sure Iris has already tried that. Iris? Yep, even used Yahoo, Bing, Alta Vista, and Webcrawler. Oh my god. Alta Vista? Good gosh. I have no idea what half of those are. Okay, but that's not really what I meant. I mean, checking online forums for arcade enthusiasts. She loves arcades, right? She may have an account there. I've been rejoining online communities lately to try to open up to like-minded folks and socialize a bit more on my own terms. She's got to be lurking in one of those places. Oh wait, I know. If we can't passively search for her, we can actively call her out. As much as I hate internet trolls, they do get results. If we taunt the ghost monsters online, well, I'm positive Sue's the sort of person who looks herself up constantly, right? Of course, and with my help we can establish fake accounts to spread the message so far and wide that she can't miss it. I suggest we use a public internet access point to keep it from being traced back to Circle Jerks, though. Ooh, road trip! Ah, Naomi. I'm just gonna no, that's I can tell from Gavin wincing at this that he's not a fan, but he's not a fan of Iris in general. So, I feel like this. I like this plan, Naomi. It's pretty quirky, but it might just work. It just might work. Well, I did say I wanted options. Involving the cops after all the semi-shady things we've done is risky. So is provoking a rival gang of armed hooligans. So is infiltrating Deco's palace. So is... Okay, posting a few troll messages isn't that risky, given how many social media companies actually adore trolls and nurture them for advertising dollars. But it could annoy Sue. What's the best path forward? Here's a save point. Baby. Well, shit my nuts. What is the best path forward? But before I can decide, Juniper raises her hand for some reason. All these sound great, but Fleef, you're still recovering from an injury. The less moving around you do, the more likely you'll heal nice and quick. You can't go gallivanting around the city, chasing down rumors about ghost monsters today. Oh, God. It's so hard to do. All these options suck. They're not great. I don't know what the best option would be necessarily. I would need time to think it over, but yeah, they're all a little shaky. I'm just on crutches. I'm not in an iron lung or anything. I'm still mobile. Light duty only. Doctor's orders, remember? But I have a solution to this conundrum. It's simple and super effective. Let us do this for you. Huh. So then what will I follow these people on their adventures, or do I just have to trust that they're doing things properly and just sit around and wait for the results? Very curious. You've had to tackle all these problems since joining the Funplex by yourself. Why not step back and let us handle this one? Well, okay, but I need to be there when we finally confront Sue. While you're out and about, I guess I'll get some rest so I'm ready for tonight. Sound good? Can hear it. Huh. Sounds good. These are my friends. I trust them entirely. So now the only question is, which plan do I want to give my Fleef seal of approval? God, that sounds weirdly disgusting. favorite game. Go to the police as Gavin and Teo. Talk to the lovely chainsaws as Queen Bee and Ashley. Oh, so I will be... Oh my god. That's interesting. So I will be taking on their role. Infiltrate Deco's palace as Juniper and Percy. Troll the internet as Naomi and Iris. I'm throwing out number 4. 4 ain't gonna do shit. I don't really trust number 2 either. I'm kind of down to... I'm down to 1 and 3 right now. Because Teo did say that he does have a police connection. Someone who could probably do a little bit of side digging into this. I'd be okay with that. Having Juniper and Percy in Deco's palace is a little more risky since Percy was at the meeting with Deco. But I mean, Deco doesn't seem like the kind of person that's really, that attentive. He's not going to tell his security, look out for this giant dad bod guy. He's just another random customer to Deco. And it won't. And it won't. When it won't. Shit. I'm starting to lean towards number uno. Yep. Doc's voting 1. I would agree. Yeah, let's go for number 1. Considering it's not really our job to take down violent criminals, I'm inclined to let the police handle the legwork on this one. But we're not trying to take them down, necessarily. We're just trying to get them wrangled up into our plan. At the same time, we need them to loop us in on the investigation, or we'll never find Sue. Teo, you're sure you can find someone who'd be willing to share their findings with us? Absolutely. Of course, right away you just wink at me. You're a winking fool. Okay, you two see what you can dig up while I get ready for the final showdown. I'll make some calls. Gavin, meet me out front with a van. Affirmative. We won't let you down, Fleef. So okay. Looks like he's in 3rd place. God damn it. I gave Naomi such a huge up. All right, here we go. So I'm going to learn a bit. I'm a firm believer in law and order. However, I'll also note that the Cooper family has the benefit of wealth and social status to insulate us considerably from any difficulties with the police. Up to and including the law looking the other way as my brothers and sisters routinely skirt legal issues in their corporate antics. But the platonic level of law and order, absolutely a firm believer. So I was quite relieved when Fleef chose the sensible option of simply inquiring with the authorities. Hey, Earth to Gavin, come in, Gavin. Pardon, I was lost in thought. God damn it, this whole thing is going to be narrated from Gavin. A sip of coffee provided to us by one of Ben and Coffee's... Good lord. I completely jumped a word. Take 2. A sip of coffee provided... Suck me. A sip of coffee provided to us by one of Ben and Matt's cafe hosts to refocus my thoughts. Excuse me. We'd been waiting a full hour at this point, which caused me no end of frustration. There's no need to worry, my friend. Am I worried? I can read it all over your face. That slight furrow in your brow, the frown. I've been around you long enough to know that when things aren't going your way. Trust me, we've got this in the bag. I know the perfect woman for us to talk to. Bright young officer, smart as a whip, keen sense of justice. Plus, she's dating someone in my dance group.
It amazes me sometimes how Teo finds the time to maintain all these social connections and relationships. I find it bothersome to keep up the few that I have. Even if I've been trying to make more of an effort to open up, after the incident on opening day taught me a bit of a lesson. I'm not concerned about the quality of your asset. I'm concerned with the delay.
Asset? Come on, Gavin. These are people. People like you and me. You need to loosen up a little. Hey, let's decide which of us is playing good cop and which of us is playing bad cop.
Neither of us are cops, Teo.
Yeah, but think about it. Two private dicks meeting in a shady coffee joint with a police informant.
Here at the donut hole, two private dicks fucking around. Come on. I called it the donut hole. It's the whole story. Fuck. The whole story is shady? Since when?
Work with me here. I'm trying to make this more exciting.
I'll settle down for it being more productive. Fleef is counting on us.
You know, I never thought I'd be putting in so much of myself into preserving an arcade. Don't get me wrong, I love the Funplex, but I'd only originally picked it as a home base for my crew because they had the most recent release of Showtime Stage. Now, well, here we are, about to put our necks out for Circle Jerks.
And for Fleef. I found that Fleef has this sort of effect on people. True leadership better than I can manage. I'm not much of a people person, as you've no doubt guessed. But I've seen the way Naomi and Fleef have struggled to make Circle Jerks work. And I'm ready to struggle alongside them.
Any regrets?
About what?
Letting Naomi slip away into the wily arms of Fleef.
Oh no! Was there actually romance between those two? Ashley mentioned it like at the beginning of the game, but I didn't think it was actually a thing. Oh my god. Did I steal Gavin's crush? Oh, Gavin, I'm sorry. This is not the time nor the place, Teo.
Fine.
Oh, Ashley. A natural pause settles in our conversation as Teo's attention drifts to someone or something else.
Hey.
Hi. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I'm running out of voices, guys.
Haven't seen you at the last two meetups. Not doing anything I wouldn't do, are you? Or anything I would do?
I'm just super busy, but I'll be just going to start to be anything out. Just wait, sir. Oh, hey, Gavin, how's church? Chicks are fine. Do I know you? Duh, there's a fun bunch almost every day of the week. I've been coming to Circle Jerk since it opened. That's a terrible voice to do for her. Apologies. Until recently, I've been trying to avoid getting to know the customers. Too many conflicts of interest. You understand. Let's see. You're something starting with a D. I'll give you something starting with the D.
D.
So I'm in the right neighborhood?
No, it's just D. That's my name, D. D's one of my star pupils. Does all her own costuming, choreographs her freestyle sections, runs a channel with dance instruction videos.
Good for D then. And as for the police?
Yeah, I brought her along. Hey, Gigi.
You two are Dee's friends. Detective Ji Woo Cho, pleased to meet you. I'm gonna go get a slice of that cheesecake and let the chat. Don't too be long, Gigi. I've got a big day planned. The young dancer weaves between tables to go purchase something tasty from the Whole Story Bakery, leaving her girlfriend to settle in for a conversation. So, Dee tells me you had a run-in with everyone's favorite street hackers? The so-called ghost monsters, yes. Right, I'm not sure how much help I can be. They're part of several open investigations regarding credit card theft, fraud, and other cyber crimes.
Given how they are at information technology, we're trying to play this one carefully and quietly. Honestly, I don't think I should even be talking about them. They could be the key to saving circle jerks at the head of Dee's dance crew. Are you sure you can't offer us anything? I'd hate to make you come out here for nothing, but I've got no comment at this time. Which will not suffice, needless to say. I need to open her up and... Oh, please. Gavin. Language. She is a respectable woman. I need to open her up and get her talking. Immediately I consider and appeal the reason, but how would Fleef handle this, I wonder? And how much information should I share in turn? We might be able to aid in your investigation. We think they're involved with Dekonami. We know we're 90% sure they're involved with Deco. Must be pulling long, exhausting shifts on this one. How about we spot you a cup of coffee? I mean, it's nice and all, but it's not really pertinent, per se. It could be worse. They could be ninjas or ninja robots. Ninja-related street crime is infinitely worse. Shut the fuck up. The only way our arcade survives is if we tie the ghost monsters and Dekonami in the same conspiracy bundle. Burrito. Oh, we were talking about burritos and ice cream yesterday, and I've got some ice cream that's just waiting for me. Champagne and Jerry's. The only way our arcade survives is if we tie the ghost monsters and Dekonami in the same conspiracy bundle. I'm probably going to go with number one, because I can't officially prove that they're in league with Dekonami. It's really just the little slippy do. Donnie finally got his burritos today. Awesome. I heard he likes his burrito like smothered in cheese. And I guess it depends on his definition of smothered, because like this one taco place that's like right across the street from my not right across the street from my house, but like a couple blocks away from me. They put so much cheese on their burritos that it's like imagine like a stuffed crust pizza. The amount and the thickness of the cheese that's inside that crust, like the burrito is entirely wrapped up in that much cheese. And I was like, God damn, this is complete overkill. Like, I never thought there'd be I never thought there'd be such a thing as too much cheese, but good Lord, it was brutal. Anyway, I'm going to pick number one. I don't see any sense in prolonging this. I can be direct and diplomatic at the same time. Consider us a resource you can draw on in your investigation. Are you familiar with the gang shooting at Circle Jerks a few days ago? Yeah, I talked with the officer who was on the scene. He told him the ghost monsters were involved, but we couldn't find any trace of them. They're elusive, to be certain, but I know what I saw, and I'm willing to testify to that effect. More importantly, we strongly believe they were hired by Dekonami to cause trouble for our arcade. And the detective just sits there listening. I was hoping for a more dramatic reaction to that reveal, honestly. You know of Dekonami, right? Owner of Deco's Palace, the current king of the arcade scene. Okay. Let me give you two some free advice. Oh boy. I got a bad feeling I chose wrong. Without confirming or denying the involvement of Mr. Nami in my investigation, this is not a situation you want to be involved with. There's a reason the ghost monsters keep dodging charges brought up against them, and it's not just their usual slippery elusiveness. Money is power, and they have money in their corner. Coincidentally, I understand Dekonami is spectacularly wealthy. Which is why we need your help. We believe we can convince the ghost monsters to turn on their patron. that we can take down Dekonami and clear the good name of Circle Jerks in the process. All we need to know is where the gang currently is. She clearly thinks I've lost my mind. But I can also tell she's given the idea some merit, thinking it over. Obviously, I can't encourage or even suggest a civilian confront a dangerous gang head-on, even if it could supposedly aid in my investigation. Nor can I risk the case I've been building up by directly participating in such a confrontation. Tell me, do you honestly believe you can find dirt on Dekonami? I would happily trade some hacker guppies for the big fish. Fleet believes it can be done, and I believe in Fleet. Okay, this is a terrible, terrible idea, but it's not too deep a state secret where the ghost monsters are right now. Ever since the little incident at Circle Jerks, they've been holed up in their little island of Lost Boys hideout. The detective scribbles down Sue's name and address on a whole story napkin, sliding it over to me. I still strongly suggest against going there. Okay. I still strongly suggest against going there, but I owe Teo for introducing me to D, and that means I owe Circle Jerks, and I owe you. Also, when they said girlfriend earlier, they actually mean girlfriend. Just please try to avoid doing anything that will add body bags to my evidence pile, okay? Understood. Hey, you done yet? We've got a date to go on. Pardon me, boys. I need to kidnap the good detective for a full day of romantic antics that will leave her legs quivering like good. I mean, good for you. Just wasn't expecting you to be so blunt. Toodles. I briefly see the detective mouth the words "help me" my way before grinning and departing with her colorful girlfriend. Once they exit, Teo turns to me, smiling like a Cheshire cat. Shay, did I come through or what? More than you realize. Huh? I carefully, very carefully, fold up the napkin with Sue's name and location before pocketing it. Maybe Detective Cho gave us our new trump card by accident, writing down Sue's real name on instinct. Maybe it was intentional. Either way, I intend not to splurge this gift. We have what we need. Let's get back to Circle Jerks! Woo-woo! I've dedicated my life to protecting the dreams of others. It's a goal I've often failed at due to failing to understanding the dreamer, much less the dream. Hang on. I missed a sentence. It's a goal I've often failed at due to failing to understand the dreamer. Let's test the dream tonight. We must not fail at all costs. I've done my part. Now it's up to Fleet to pull off a miracle. But if anyone is capable of miracles, it's him. I know this to be true. We will have our day in the sun. Damn right, Gavin. Let's do this. Let's take that fucker down. I awaken to the sounds of pain. More specifically, the groans of pain escaping from my own throat. Apparently getting shot in the leg hurts. Hurts a lot. And sleeping on the second-hand employee couch, probably not the finest choice for rest. The nap was a definite necessity, however. I'm not operating at full speed anymore, and won't for a few weeks to come. But sleep didn't make my muscles any less achy. If anything, I've got a headache on top of it. Joy of joys! Right now, I got 99 problems and my physical condition ain't one. I got the Rat Patrol and the Gap Patrol folks who try to make sure my casket's closed. The fate of Circle Jerks is what matters most. Beep beep, Fleef. You should probably be getting up now. I'm up. Goody. So have you given any thought to how you're going to win over Sue's favor once you go confront her? Well, usually I just sort of stumble through these things and decide stuff like that on the fly. Ooh, that's no good. You know those intense identity situations I've been tracking? The ones where you can't take certain approaches that don't mesh with your personality? What, like where I can't make nice if I'm too impulsive of a person? Well, it's not so much that you can't more that you shouldn't try something that goes against who you are as a person. People will see right through it. And I'm betting Sue will know if you're play acting at something you aren't. This will be a super intense identity situation, only one way through. Oh shit. When the time comes, you're gonna have to take a stand based on your highest personality score. Not more numbers and systems. It's for your own good, Fleef. I'm not trying to help you make decisions that'll save circle jerks. And that means being true to your spirit. Oh man, I kind of screwed up that sentence, but whatever. What's that mean exactly? According to my calculations, right now, your best bet for how to convince Sue is to be kindly. You've done a great job opening your heart to others and getting them to empathize with you. Do that with Sue and she'll be your friend in no time. Uh-huh. And if I don't want to take that approach? It's a bit late to change who you are as a person, Fleef. Remember, my numbers and scores only help me understand who you are. Who you are is who you've chosen to be. It's a causal relationship. But with the help of your friends, you can maybe get some ideas, nudge things around a little bit until you feel confident taking a different tactic than your usual one. Speaking of your friends, here's one now. Friends, this is my lady friend. Woohoo, we've hit pay dirt. What the? Pay dirt? I approve of paid dirt. What do we have? Gavin and Theo got back from talking with the cops. I'm happy to report a successful mission. We've got the address of Ghost and Monster HQ and a little something extra. Sue's real name. I'm guessing it's not Sue. Oh, it's Sue. Soon. Oh, fuck! Sorry. I had to. I had to groan at the horrible name, which I don't really have room to talk. If you've seen some of the names I've created for my Super Mega Baseball players, Tsunami is cringeworthy, but it took me a second to realize her last name. Holy shit. Nicely done. Motherfucker got his daughter involved in gang activity. Dude, she could have been shot. And that's... Oh my god. That's kind of wild. Well, right now I'm just assuming that Sue's his daughter. But assuming that relationship or any family relationship put her in that much of harm's way. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit, dude. It's a Mexican dish. Oh. Tsunami. We'd been assuming all along that the ghost monsters were guns for hire, paid off by Dekonami to ruin our opening day. But if Sue is actually Deko's daughter, would she ever betray her own father? Going to need to be very, very careful. Hopefully she hates the old bastard. I feel sorry for any kid named after an awful pun. I very much want to choose number 4. I've chosen so many of the caring responses and so few of the funny responses that it's really not going to change the future gameplay. And I do believe that going the caring route is going to help win her on my side. Oh, stop, dude. You're making me really hungry. I know it's a really cheap, crappy way to put it, but like, I'm craving enchiladas, dude. I want some nice beef enchiladas with some cheese sprinkled on the top with some nice spicy sauce. Oh, shit. You're killing me. I know you guys were talking about burritos, but mildly changing the subject. Yeah, fuck it. I'll choose this one. Tsunami. Seriously? Deko should be tried in the What the Hog? The Hague? If anyone in chat knows what that is, Hague or Hog, if someone wants to do a little googly search, let me know. Poor kid must have gotten it from all sides growing up with that kind of name. No wonder she turned to a life of crime. Maybe I'll be lucky and she'll be mad enough to punish him for the name by drowning him in a tidal wave. Come on, dude. You're fighting puns with puns. Maybe not. No way around this now. Okay, this changes everything. Hard to believe, isn't it? I'm not sure how you're going to win Sue over to our side now that we know this. But I want to be there when you do. I'm with you to the very end, Fleef, in sickness and in health. Are you saying what I think you're saying, Naomi? Oh, here we go. Here's a little lesson. Thank you. The Hague is a city on the North Sea coast of the Western Netherlands. Its Gothic-style Binnenhof, or inner court complex, is the seat of the Dutch Parliament. And 16th century Normandy, right? That's what it is. Normandy Palace is the King's workplace. The city is also home to the UN's International Court of Justice, headquartered in the Peace Palace and the International Criminal Court. That is a very, very deep cut for Fleef to know. How the fuck did he know that? Off the top, yeah. Very eloquently done, Gibbs. I just mean, you know, I'm happy. I'm happy to be at your side. I wasn't like proposing. Come on. I wasn't like proposing anything. I wasn't suggesting anything else. I just can, Naomi, I understand and I'm happy too. I like that. I accept your proposal. How's spring for the wedding? Or let's deal with the present before we plan a future. I like number 1 on this bad boy. I just want to reassure Naomi. I want her to be happy so much. Oh. I get it. And for the record, this is the happiest I've ever been. Being with you has really filled a hole in my heart, Naomi. Thank you. I'd be happy to go with you tonight when we talk to Sue. Right. That's what I meant. Right. She giggles and blushes away anything else, refocusing on what's in front of us. So, what's your plan for convincing Sue to backstab Deco and join forces with us? Iris told me I only get one chance at this, that I need to go with whatever I do best. But if I talk this through with someone, maybe I can learn a different path. I'm open to ideas. How would you handle this? Well, she kept saying she loved our arcade. I'm not sure she wanted to trash the place at all. I think she may actually be on our side in her heart. If we approach as friends, waving the olive branch and trying to understand her heart a bit better, maybe we can work this out for everyone. What do you think? I'll consider taking a kinder, gentler approach. Absolutely. I can see it. More flies with honey than vinegar and so on. I'll consider a more friendly solution. Okay, sounds good, but really, it's up to you. It'll be getting dark soon. Still, no sense putting this off. Just let me know when you're ready to leave. Well, this is it. Either we sort out this mess or Circle Jerks crashes and burns. Or I get killed. I guess that's always an option, considering we're about to go confront a street gang that indirectly got me shot in the first place. I don't even want to consider the possibility of death. I'm immortal until proven otherwise. But, well, if this is the end, I should probably have some words with my friends before I march towards doom. If only to get their opinion on how I should approach Sue. Grabbing my crutches, I swing my way out to the arcade proper to track down some folks. Alright, so this might be like some kind of unofficial goodbye, sort of. See, I've already talked with Naomi. Who else do I want to talk to before we leave? Ooh. I do kind of want to Ah. It's a nice slow version of the main theme. I'm digging it. Yeah, fuck it, let's talk to everybody. I find Gavin looming large over the arcade floor behind the ticket desk. Seems he was expecting me. So, our complications have developed complications. Seems to be the case. And you'd like my advice on the matter? Seems to be the case. Be clear with Sue. Be honest and be ready. Oh, sorry. Be clear with Sue. Be honest and be ready to rise to whatever challenge she poses to you. If you let her make the first move, you can counter move through improvisation. I know you're talented at it. Use that talent to let her set up her own traps and step in them. Treat her with respect, but in the end, she's just a kid. You can outthink a teenager, I'd like to believe. If you take the situation seriously and approach with a clear mind, I've no doubt you'll win the day. Agreed? Alright, so all these are just going to boost that option. But I mean, I've already pretty well established the caring option. But I do like this one. Sounds about right. Go in ready to form a strategy based on the conditions on the ground, then play out that strategy with a calm hand. Precisely the way I'd handle it. You know, when you first came to the Funplex, I had serious doubts about you. I'd assume you'd just fill a seat and do low-level labor while I focus on higher-order management tasks. So I've largely kept my distance, or tried to at least, out of professional respect. But I can't help but have come to know you over the time we've spent together. You're not a minimum wage trainee any longer. You've taken opportunity to run with it, developing not only the Funplex, but a whole new arcade as well. Come on, say the name, Gavin. Say Circle Jerks. Say it. I know we're facing a difficult challenge. I'm not going to blindly assume everything will be just fine either. But I know that if this is possible, if we can stave off bankruptcy, you'll be capable of doing it. Thank you, Gavin. Your respect means a lot to me, and if not, I can always sell my vital organs. You were doing a terrific job before I came along too, or we'll beat this problem and everyone that comes after. I'm kind of digging 1 and 4 on this one. Bum, 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 bum. Beat this problem and everyone that comes after, or thank you, Gavin. Your respect means a lot to me. You know, I'm going to take a little different route on this one. I'm not going down swinging. I'm winning this fight, and the fight after, and the fight after, and all the fights to come. You've got my word on that. Good, good. All that remains is for me to wish you the best in your efforts tonight. Do Circle Jerks proud. Do us all proud. Thank you for saying the name, Gavin. Who else do I want to talk to before we leave? And I'm assuming that was not what he wanted to hear because I did not get a +1 for Gavin, but that doesn't matter, as no one is going to beat Naomi, although Gavin is now tied for second with Percy. Let's talk to Ashley. Ashley's wandering around the arcade floor, practicing what I can only assume are magical girl final attack sequences. Aren't you out of costume for that? Ashley finishes up a twirl before addressing me. You can take the magical girl out of the outfit, but you can't take the magical girl out of your heart. Plus, I'm practicing for the final boss fight. Aren't you ready? What? Fleef, you dig role-playing games, right? Doesn't this feel like you're about to enter the final boss fight, like in every RPG ever? She's not wrong. Look, you've gathered up all team members, see also us, your friends. And we're all hunkered down in a dark, dank cave. Take 2. And we're all hunkered down in a dark, damp cave. See also Circle Jerks. Now we're having this epic sentimental chat about winning or losing. I couldn't be more spot on. Although I do wonder what class you'd be, Fleef. As long as Sue doesn't metamorphose into a 6-winged floating half-torso of a monster as Gregorian chants play in the background, I think I can handle it. Speaking of which, how are you gonna handle it? I have a few options floating around in my mind, but I was checking in with others to see what they'd recommend. If it was me trying to take down the final boss, I would give in to Sue's spunk and sass. I could have read that very differently. Make it a bizarre final fight by playing to Sue's sense of adventure. Joke around with her. Maybe if we match up her antics with ours, we might just bust her at her own silly game. Fight mischievous cyber criminals with more mischief. Not sure leaving it up to Jess and Japes is the best way to tackle Sue. While she seems to like fun and games, she is a very real threat to circle jerks all over the world. There's got to be a better way. I just know what I know, which is final boss fights. I also know something else, which is to always trust Fleef. Whatever you end up doing, I know you're going to save circle jerks and consequently us all. Isn't that a little too hopeful? There's a very real chance I can fail at this. This isn't some game. This is real life. Of course I realize that. But I gotta have hope. I believe in you, even if you don't believe in yourself. And here's where I get really sappy. Ever since you came to the Funplex on that day, you've affected us all. You've changed all our lives. And mine. For the better, of course. I've been watching you grow and change into this person before me, and you've inspired me to do the same. To become the person I want to be. So Fleef, no matter what happens to you in there, just know that you've made friends here. Friends that'll last a lifetime. These friendships are the very best. I'm so happy to call you my friend too. A lifetime isn't long enough or is important to make connections with people. Definitely not 4. 4 is way too cold. Weirdly, I kind of like the jokey answer. A lifetime isn't long enough. It's got like its own share of sentiment in it. Pretty legit. I need to take a very brief break for a second. Just gotta take care of something real quick. I'll be right back. All right, sorry for that brief interruption. Let's see. Fuck it, we got. But a lifetime just isn't long enough time. Whoa, just take 2. I was completely wrong. But a lifetime just isn't enough time. I need more time, Ashley. More time. Better take out medicine and find out those life hacks to make yourself immortal. And then hook the rest of us up with eternal life. And just so you know, you've had a tremendously amazing friend. Ashley twiddles her fingers for a second and then deviates from the seriousness. Well, I know you've got things to do before the big fight. Just make sure you're stacked up on potions and don't forget to have the correct weapons equipped. All I have is this crutch. Did you see the stats on it though? Crutches do double damage to pesky teenagers. Good to know. And Ashley... Yeah, Fleef? Thanks for being so bright in this dark hour. You got it, friend. Now go out there and kick all the butts. Yeah, you know what? I didn't really care for Ashley all that much in the beginning, but you know what? The more time I got to spend with her, she was okay. She was pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think I want to talk to everybody. I do want to talk to Percy. I can probably go with... But no, I want to experience the full game. Fuck it. Let's keep going. Undoubtedly, Percy's playing Moopy, right? Or not. He seems to be just sort of loitering around the Moopy machine.
Half-Leaf, you've heard the news then?
That our archenemy is the father of our second archenemy? Yep.
Unpleasant business, that. Simply unpleasant. I wish I could offer you boundless enthusiasm and show of confidence, but this whole situation's gotten rather out of hand, isn't it? As your business partner, my advice at this stage would be to cash out while you still can. I mean, I know that you won't, but that's what I suggest. Life is short, take it from me. Best to make the most of what you have than lose it all. So, apologies for my inability to offer a pep talk. Afraid I'm rather melancholy today.
It's okay, Percy. I'll take care of this little problem we're facing.
Then I'll hold out hope. I'm not certain as to how you'll do this, but I'll hold out hope nevertheless.
Well, how would you do it if you were willing to give it a go?
Tricky. I don't know how effective it would be, but I'd try to approach as a friend, connect with Sue on an individual level. It's going to be difficult, mind you. She's young, she's got something to prove, she has friends she needs to impress. Digging through all of that to get to her art, well, you've got your work cut out for you, yes?
Won't be easy, but I think I could do it. I've been considering taking a gentler approach, yeah. Thanks for the advice, Percy.
And the term, love. No matter what, if this turns violent again, you should take the better part of valor and run for it. You've got your youth and your health. Take it from someone sitting in the Reaper's waiting room. There's no sense hastening that meeting.
He always seems to joke about his own short lifespan, even if he's the only one who seems capable of laughing at it. The double. I've it's been tough, but I've been doing voices for all these fun fellas. Maybe I should really try to talk to him about this. Look, Percy, about your condition. Percy, we love you. We want you to be happy and healthy. Can nothing really be done? There are always options. Have you truly exhausted? What the? Can I donate my heart? If so, I'll get a pocket knife and sort this out. Too awesome to just fade away. You need to stand up to this. I don't know if I like any of these options. But you know what? I think Percy would appreciate the lovey option. I'll go with that one. Are you sure your condition is truly a death sentence? Can nothing really be done? Percy, we love you. You're part of the Circle Jerks family. I'd rather have you here with us enjoying Moopy rather than attending your funeral. I know everyone else feels the same. So are you sure there's nothing left to do? He does seem a bit taken aback at the outpouring of sentiment and pauses before replying.
Well, I suppose it's not like no stone's gone unturned. There are some options. I just don't see the point of taking them. It seems a waste. I'm not all that you seem to think I am. Nothing compared to...
So you're saying there are options that could save you?
Could, maybe, possibly. And I may consider them, perhaps. But our focus tonight should be on you, not me. Don't let my situation weigh on your mind, not at this critical moment.
Dude, Percy, what are you hiding from us, dude? What the crap? So he's kind of like really consigned to his fate then. Oh, come on, Percy, don't do that to yourself. We need you around.
I hear no more of it, or understand.
Fine.
Now go out there and do right by your friends. So, Circle Jerks! I've decided to hold out hope after all. Love it, isn't it?
So, did I convince you to actually, take care of your fucking heart? Dude, this motherfucker had like a heart attack in, I think it was chapter 4. Or it was one of the earlier mid chapters. Who else do I want to talk to before we leave? We're going through everybody, so let's go Queen Bee. Get ready, because does she have a voice? Obviously, Queen Bee is playing Fist of Discomfort, right? I make my way to the FOD cabinet, and I'm in no way surprised to see her playing. Although this time, it's without the fancy rig and camera setup. Feast of Discomfort, yes. Oh god. It's just her. I fucking hate playing against the AI. It's no challenge at all. I could do this with my fucking eyes closed. Hey kid, jump in here and be my opponent. I know better than to do that, Queen Bee. You would pulverize me inside and out, and I'd be nothing but a human flesh puddle at the end. Sort of like how you're going to take down the Deco family. Huh? Queen Bee deftly hits a button combination which officially takes out her AI enemy. Removing herself from the cabinet, she pulls at her jacket, straightening it out. I'm imagining you going into Sue's hideout, kicking down the front door, guns a-blazing, yelling at the top of your lungs, and challenging Sue to one final showdown. Yeah, you like that? That's what I imagine women sound like. Between quarantine and other factors. Anyway, what do you think? I think you've been talking too much with Ashley. Her imagination is rubbing off on you. Listen, Sue's a gamer, and we know she's got a bit of a competitive streak, right? Be confident and throw down your best talk. She won't be able to fight against it. She'll easily see we're superior to Daddy Dearest. I'll show Sue my first-rate moxie and take her down, or I don't think Sue would appreciate that. Yeah, fuck it. You're right, Queen Bee. Once Sue sees my guts, and hopefully not my literal guts, she won't be able to do anything but side with me. Hell yeah. Right now, I'm just telling these people what they want to hear. Kid, I believe in you. As one of the 4 heavenly kings, I endorse you. In fact, I wouldn't have furthered my career as a pro gamer if it wasn't for you. When you first showed up at the Funplex, I thought you were going to be that always gives me a stroke trying to read it like that. I thought you were going to be easy fodder for me to crush beneath my heels. This is supposed not so loud. This is supposed to make me feel better. Hold on a minute, kid. Let me finish. Oh, she's got a whole speech. But as I got to know you, you weren't just another fan. You were a true friend. Sometimes when I'm frustrated, I look to you for inspiration, and then I stare at you for a long time. And sometimes I forget to eat. Me? But I'm just Fleef. Yeah, fucking right. Watching you overcome your fears and fight for circle jerks, it makes my soul burn. It makes me realize I can overcome anything too. And then I get indigestion. Then I get acid reflux, and I start puking on my food. Even in my most hardcore battles. So when you go in there tonight, don't have any doubt. You're a chef-ing badass in person. And an even more badass friend. I am fun. Look at that. Dropping some EVs. I'm digging it. Did we? Hang on a sec. I gotta see something. Because I hear whispers that we... Okay, never mind. I cherish you as a friend too. Not convinced you I'm a badass. There will always be doubts, even if I'm awesome. I'm gonna go with this one. All that's left is to convince Sue that I'm a badass. Maybe I should hand her a business card that says professional badass on it. Oh, sweet, it worked. I thought she would have responded to the other one. Although she might have too.
Ugh.
Huh? More like those are my business cards, but I might let you borrow mine if it means we win. But seriously, I'm confident you're going to win Sue over. Okay. I can't handle more of this mushy friendship talk. It's gonna ruin my reputation as the most radical person here, and we can't have that. I don't think anyone believes you are less than radical. Thanks, kid. Now go and do your thing. Oh, and don't forget to kill him dead tonight. As I'm about to retort, she beats me to it. And I meant that literally, not figuratively. Yes, yeah. The thing about her voice is that I intended to give her like the Jerry Seinfeld voice. And what I wound up doing was giving her like the yelling Jerry through my entire playthrough. Because I could have just done some really basic, really low-key Jerry. But I went with yelling instead. I don't want to be a pirate. Who else do I want to talk to before we leave? Let's go Teo. There's one place I just know I'm going to find Teo. And when I get there, he's already on stage, grooving to the beat. Man, just look at that pose. It's exactly like the day I first encountered Teo. Not a care in the world besides the BPMs and the flashing lights surrounding him. Never skip a day, do you? Even when impending doom is nigh? Even when we're about to go head-to-head with Sue? I think I might have missed a couple of days when I got the flu once. But seriously, just thinking about you facing off against Deco's daughter worried me the heck out. Well, that's one way of saying it. That's why I hopped on Showtime's stage, to quell that anxiety. Dancing is a good way to clear the mind and work off any stress. Teo wipes the sweat from his brow as he hops down from the cabinet to join me on the arcade floor. Teo's carefree nature sheds, and he looks at me dead in the eyes. Fleef, you don't realize how much you've impacted us all, do you? I know it may not seem like it, but all of us have been impacted by what you've done for us and for our arcades. We're all super grateful. Especially me and my crew. You've helped me grow my community of dancers and kept us from harm. Dude. Do you think they're both sounding like Jerry? My regular... No, that's Bob Dylan. I never did Bob Dylan. I could have done a Bob Dylan. Fuck, I gotta remember that. I gotta make a list. They're all shitty impressions. I'll say that much, but I tried to do soft Jerry and I did Bob Dylan instead. All right. Anyway, even when we tend to break the fire codes, I feel like you took the charge for that. I just provided a place for you all to play Showtime stage. Exactly. Without you, my crew. No, me. I wouldn't have been able to grow without your guidance. You taught me so much. Since I met you, you've shown that it's possible to care for others and to take care of your own needs. Dude, you kind of already knew that. And for that, I'm truly honored to be your friend. Teo hasn't really changed all that much. Now you sound like Peter Griffin. That's... You know what? That was the intention. And, when critiqued, I was told that I sounded more like Little Nicky, which I'm not totally upset by, because I feel like I do have a better Peter, but this is just it's what I settled on. I've got that Care Bears stare. How could I not care for my friends? Call me caring Nurse Rungalo. You can't care for others if you don't care for yourself. You know what? That's true. I'm really digging on number 4. Hopefully it's not... Okay, science is still second. It's true. If you can't take care of yourself, how can you be expected to take care of others? It's not fair to them. It's not fair to you. And +1 for Teo. Where is he? Is he still at the bottom? Okay. It only took cracking a couple of eggs and showing you that it can be done. Now, if only I could get those eggs back, I'd make us a victory omelet. Lois. I smile at Teo. He's always got a way to bring up the mood, and right now I could use that brightness. Your words are comforting. But Teo, with you and everyone else counting on me, maybe I should get on the stage and dance. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't stressed. And you have every right to be. You have to find a way to convince Sue to join our side. I don't envy you right now, Fleef, not one bit. By the way, how are you going to do that? What's the plan? Still trying to figure that out exactly. What would you do if you were me? Teo takes a minute to really think it over. Sue's still a teenager, right? Very much so. And what do teenagers do best? They fuck. They underage fuck. They gossip. Rebel? They underage drink. They like spray painting stupid shit. Precisely. And how do they rebel? By doing what they want when they want. They're all about having fun. Appeal to her sense of adventure and mischief. You're sure to convince her if you act as childish as she will. It's the kind of, not really feeling that one. This isn't a game of hide and seek. She's smarter and wilder than that. Being silly isn't going to do me any favors on winning her favor. You always know what's best, Fleef. No matter what happens in there, Mateo and his wily crew of dancers has always got your back. You're part of a community after all, and a brand like that never dies. Also, the thing about the voices that I give these people, they're often wildly different from what they actually sound like. Thanks for always believing in me. No problem, my friend. Now go out there and show them your moves. But I wanted to dance with you. Why wouldn't you let me dance? Who else do I want to talk to before we leave? There's only one person left to talk to. My roommate, Juniper. I definitely got a drink for that one. Juniper's trying to play Fast Cars 5 despite being totally lousy at it, which is not helping her frustration level any. Also, so I used to work at an arcade, and we had a Fast and Furious machine. And as much as like racing games are, they're just fine, and I don't really care about the movies at all. But that was one of the most fun arcade games I had ever played. It was just something about it. One of the functions of it was if you double tapped the accelerator pedal, your car would do a wheelie, and if you were behind anyone, then your car would ride the top of it. It would do a backflip, and you'd pass them up. And it was utter batshit. And all the tracks were really cool. The effects were really cool. And also, since I worked there, I would basically I would open up the coin slot and just put in like 20 credits. And if it was a slow day, either I would play it or I would let my coworkers play it. And it was, I don't know, seeing that playing Fast Cars 5 thing just reminds me of going back and doing that. Anyway. Stupid, rather threatened, mother-loving slow drivers blocking my lane. This whole situation is total poop butts. She lets out a heavy sigh as I approach. You just dug yourself out of the hole your life had become, and now you're gonna lose another arcade? It sucks. Seriously sucks. Psycho Jerks isn't lost yet. But it's not like you have a total plan for how to save it yet, right? Other than go talk to someone who may or may not help. Honestly, that's about as much of a plan as I ever have. And right now, it's as good of a plan as we're going to get. If you were going in my place, how would you handle this? That's Neil. Neil Goldman. No, that's not his voice. So I'm trying to do like a Sylvester and Daffy Duck kind of voice for her. So I did like when she very first appeared in the game. At first, I gave her like a really generic high voice kind of thing, and then I tried something that was probably a little bit offensive. I gave her like a really low pitch kind of and it felt wrong to do it. So I went in a completely cartoonish direction, and I gave her, well, I guess there's two tricks I try. One, she's a teenager, right? A rebel to the core. Be a rebel, a dissident, a class clown. Connect with her on that level and make her feel you're wild too. Two, she's a teenager, right? I remember being young and totally stupid. Let her make a mistake, then outthink her, keeping calm and using that to react to her moves. I guess they're wildly different ideas, but hey, one of them will work, right? I could be a rebel without a cause. I could outthink her. Outthink her. When it comes to strategy, I've got more experience under my belt than she'd have. I can outthink her should it come to that. Exactly! You know, I'm proud of you. You've come so far from the Rungalo family curse days when you blame all your misfortunes on fickle fate. Instead, you're diving in and trying to strangle fate with its own strings. Whew, that's tough. And I want you to know, win or lose, I'd still be here. So you want to know, I don't know how much you're spitting all over the place. It's not pretty. I definitely need to clean this microphone off when I'm done with it. I'm your best friend, arcade or no arcade. And even if you lose this place, you'll always have a home. I'll make you pizza bagels and give you a shoulder to cry on. If I ever see another pizza bagel, I will hurl. That is an accurate answer. And all the cartoons I can watch too. You're my best friend too, and that will never change, or I haven't lost yet, and I don't intend to. Yeah, I think that one's pretty accurate. Can we never mention the PB word again? I'm having harrowing flashbacks to days of foul nutrition and low household income. So if you don't know what we're talking about, this story, I have like a very essentially sentient app on my phone that's sponsored by Pizza Bagels. And apparently what happened was, like, after I signed up for the app, they sent me like 20 pounds worth of pizza bagels. So when I was like first starting this job and struggling to pay rent, basically every single day for dinner, I would order pizza bagels. And on top of that, as like a little meta narrative kind of thing, in between each chapter of this game, that app gives me a real life fact about pizza. And it's really strange. Like they dictate that fact to me as the player, not me as Fleef. I'd sooner eat my left arm than another pizza bagel. So yeah, eventually he got sick of them. No problem. Consider it stricken from my dictionary. Besides, I prefer toaster pastries myself. Okay, I'm sufficiently cheered up thanks to your infectious spirit. Now get out there and let them have it, tiger. Rawr! Who else do I want to talk to before we leave? Nobody. That's all that's left. I am ready to leave. No sense putting it off any longer. I talked to everyone I wanted to. I gathered as much information as I could. I'm just delaying the inevitable at this point. It's time to do this for the sake of my future, my dreams, my friends' dreams, and Circle Jerks itself. I take Naomi's hand in mine as a soft smile curls my lips. We're ready to depart and face our destiny together. Oh, thank you, Naomi, for joining me here. Good stuff. Whoa, where's this? It's a short trip across town, and before we know it, we're standing outside Ghost Monsters HQ, a rundown warehouse in the bad side of town. A wooden sign, long since fallen off the side of the building, and identifies it as belonging to Nostalgia Commodities Incorporated. This is creepy. Who would want to hang out around here? The rats and the cockroaches are probably locked in an eternal war for supremacy. Can you think of a better place for a street gang to lay low? Odds are Deco owns this building anyway. Correct. Nostalgia Commodities Incorporated is a wholly owned subsidiary of Deco's Palace LLC. Oh, good. So Daddy Dearest also owns her secret pirate tree fort. We've come this far, though. No turning back now, right? Right. I'm going to try and stay in the background on this one, but if I see an opening someplace where I know I can do some good in the conversation, I'll jump in. Let's do this. I sigh once, looking over at my companion. I'm sure glad I'm not going at this alone. I'm nervous for sure, but I know what I have to do. I settle down on my crutches, armpits resting on the padding as I prepare to enter the belly of the beast. Hey, listen! Iris, kind of about to be in the middle of something here. I know, I've been spontaneously reprogramming... What? Hang on, take two. I know, I've spontaneously reprogrammed myself to include a new measurable metric which should be useful for your mission. I call it the incredibly right indicator of success. Or IRIS for short. Hey, when you've got a great acronym already, you may as well use it. I'm going to start analyzing Sue's vocal patterns once you step in there to determine how close you are to convincing her. That way you'll know if you're on the right track or if you need to try something different. Let's take a look at your current score. Whoa! Is it always going to be that way? Currently you have a 0.0 chance of success. Yay. Okay, that's probably a bit disheartening, but think of it like if I walked away right now, I'd fail miserably instead of I'm doomed. But speaking of doom, well, since there is a chance you can actually fail this time, rather than be assured you can mumble your way through the problem, would you like me to back up your data first? Oh, God. You know what? I read about this. That even though this is like a visual novel, that you can fail at this. So I need to choose my stuff very carefully. So chat, be ready. And let's fucking be legit about this. Taking a deep breath, I thump swing. What the fuck? I thump swing my way into the warehouse on my crutches with my companion beside me. Whew, here we go. We can do this. I don't know what I expected to find on entering the lair of a notorious gang of cybercriminals, but a makeshift arcade that rivals my own was not high on the list. If this is a dumping ground of a warehouse for Deco's industry, it makes sense though. A place where old arcade games go to die, turned into a playland for punks. A disorganized maze of games litters the ground floor, poorly lit and barely functional. Only some of the screens are on, and many have serious ghosting and burn-in. Whoa! It's like a literal maze. As for the ghost monsters themselves, the good news is they haven't noticed our arrival. As I look up, I can see them on the second floor in the catwalks. Here for the finals. Thank you for joining me again, Two Flower. I'm a little bit nervous because I've, in some of the research I did on this game, I did see, and obviously Iris just told me that that I can lose, that I can actually lose and might have to restart if I screw up badly enough. You seem distracted. That's good news. The bad news, they're distracted because they have a visitor. Oh, for fuck's sake, of course he's here. How unfortunate. I have to say, Sue, I'm extremely disappointed in you. It's hard to get a good angle from down here, hidden in the shadows, but it sounds like the old man's ranting to his daughter in his usual passive-aggressive way. I could stay hidden and eavesdrop on their conversation and gather some more information. Or I could announce myself and barge in on them. Both are risky. But which makes the most sense for now? Sorry, take two. But which makes the most sense for how I'm going to handle the negotiation we're about to have, though? I'm leaning towards eavesdropping on this one. I feel like I need to get more info. Yeah, we got to vote for one. I agree. Because especially if the odds of success are based on Sue's tone, I need to hope we get punched. Oh, dude. If I get any more opportunities to punch him, I will absolutely take it. All right, we got another vote for 1, so I'm going 1. Yep, yeah, another vote for 1. I motion for Naomi to stay quiet as we lurk in the shadows below the catwalks above. You should be out there doing what you agreed to do, not hiding away in your clubhouse. A clubhouse I pay the rent for, I should add. You want to keep your little playground, yes? Hard for me to do if some competitor rises to hurt my bottom line. What's your top identity trait? I got the caring. Caring is number 1 right now. Yeah, kindly. Look at me when I'm talking to you, Sue. I'm trying to explain how the world works. Pay attention. Yes, Dad. It's hard to tell from this angle, but I could swear she said that through gritted teeth. There's a certain forced tone to it as well. I don't ask for much, I feel. I look the other way when you and your friends cause trouble. I bail you out of jail. I let you skip school as often as you want. All told, I feel I've been a lenient father who understands and appreciates his daughter's inclinations. Like how you know the first thing about me. What was that? Speak up. I can't hear you. And don't look to your little friends. Look at me. Reluctantly, Sue's eyes meet with her father's. Yes, Dad. I'm sorry, Dad. All I want from you is so very, very little. It's what you'd be doing anyway, really. Go back there and keep causing trouble for circle jerks? Or do you really want me to pull back all my support for your little gang? Leave you twisting in the wind at the mercy of the cybercrime task force? Of course not, Dad. I'm sorry, Dad. All right. 25%. I'm fine with that. Oh, my God, dude. Oh, dude. You're absolutely right. There is a little bit of the Thanos Nebula thing going on here. He's got kind of like a makeshift, like not a full-on Infinity Gauntlet, but he's got basically the rings for it. My goodness. And we can just pretend that, well, no, that's, anyway. I think I'm starting to understand the situation. She's under his thumb, but not by choice, and she hates it. Good, now then, why haven't you finished the job? Oh, come on, I almost died sorry, take 2. Come on, I almost died thanks to invading Lonely Chainsaw Turf. If we go back there... I'm hearing excuses, Sue. I thought you were made of stronger stuff than that. Some delinquents are chasing you away. Really? Oh. That is really interesting to know. If you were gutsy or quirky, eavesdrop wouldn't have worked. I'm assuming like my guy would have been like too restless, or maybe would have given himself away by this point. That's so cool. Oh, I'm digging that. But also now I'm like a little nervous that I got to be like even more careful than I thought I was gonna have to be going into this. How are you going to eventually inherit my empire if you can't stand up to some school brats? Like I want your damn empire. Speak up, I said. Quit looking at the floor. And we lock eyes through the metal grate flooring she's standing on. Oh, maybe that has something to do with it. Her hands go to her lips in an overly confident fashion as she bends over like a child finding a lucky penny on the sidewalk. Well, 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 what do you know? Like, I'm not interested in this psychodrama and I'm bored. Crap, she spotted us. Oh, man, but you know what? I thought she was cool enough, or like, I thought she was gonna like just let me slide and like wait till her dad left or something. But I guess we're gonna have a confrontation on our hands. Inky, Blinky, we have guests. She snaps. She snaps her fingers, a sudden aura of command about her, as she's distracted from the verbal beatdown by her father, and goons swarm, flanking us. We're quickly hustled up the stairs, as quickly as I can manage on crutches. Now's the time to use this moment to my advantage, and I know just what... Oh, crap. I don't know what to say. Shit. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I want to see this again, but with different choices. Yeah, dude, that's keeping that save file. Oh no, but oh shit, no. I accidentally slapped the A button on the funny. Oh, I don't like this. Oh crap! I think I screwed up. Oh no. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared I screwed up. I had my hand up. I was doing something, just like waving my arm around, and as I was slamming it down, or like bringing it back towards my controller, I hit the A button on the funny. Oh boy. Well, here we go. Deco, buddy, pal, how's tricks? Gosh, it's been so long. It feels like just this morning you were at my arcade threatening me, and now here we are. What a coincidence. Deco's face twists into a grotesque blend of anger and fear. What in the hell? I can't be seen here. If any record ends up online. Jeez, Dad, relax. Relax, Clyde. On cue, Clyde. Relax, roll it in. All right. I can do this. All right. It doesn't seem like it affected me in the long run. So, okay, here we go. On cue, Clyde steps out from the shadows, their fingers dancing over their phone as they concentrate on the screen. Both of them have phones. One has an Iris Assistant loaded. We're blocking their outgoing data streams. There should be no verifiable data evidence of this conversation uploaded anywhere. I can't stop Philippe's Iris from hearing you, but I can hijack his account if you need me so we can manually wipe out her memory. Just say the word. Oh, no, don't. Oh, that's dangerous. So now Iris is at risk. Holy shit. Oh, we'll see. Thanks, Clyde. Clyde nods in agreement, backing out of the spotlight. Happy now, Dad? You're clear. Quit freaking out. Not that it matters. My business with this Mr. Rungalo has already concluded. I was more than courteous to you and you spat in my face and then you punched it and it really hurt. It's clear we'll never see eye to eye and I have nothing more to say to you. Actually, we're not here to talk to you. I came here tonight to have a chat with, wait for it, your daughter. Timing is everything. How did you...
Well, you're a resourceful one. A squeaky clean arcade industry titan can't let anyone know about his hooligan daughter, can he? No. So I've had to keep that under wraps. Good work sleuthing it out. But I can't say I'm impressed that you came here after you told me to off.
I don't know why it's that much funnier when the voice actors do it. Oh, wait. I was at 25 before. Huh. Interesting. Well, I did kick them out of the arcade. That won't be a point in my favor right now. What? What I did that long ago, I mean, it was only one chapter ago, but that's affecting my chances. Oh my goodness.
You know, I tried to play nice with you. I tried to explain how it was nothing personal. The chaos we were causing for you. And you were super rude about it. Totally rude.
It's not like I chose to wreck your arcade. I didn't have a choice, and you've probably figured it out. Honestly, I liked your arcade. It ruled. If you were nicer in 07, you should be at 50%. Oh my God. Okay. That's fair. But I don't like a no-fun jerk. And you're absolutely a no-fun jerk. Absolutely, totally, completely no fun. So why exactly should I give a flying fiddle about what you have to say? Precisely. I see your game, Mr. Rungalo. It's as obvious as the sad little strategic moves you've made so far to keep your arcades afloat. Sadly, nothing you say or do will save Circle Jerks from my inevitable takeover. This is simply how the industry works. Now, Sue, it's time you finish what you started. Sue shifts her attention from her father back to me. It's hard to read what she's thinking, but I have to think of something to calm the tension. I step forward, my fists clenched, ready. But before words escape me, someone is by my side. Yes, Naomi, come to save the day. Don't listen to this crusty old casino-loving, arcade-hating jerk, Sue. You don't have to keep propping up his business. You're a strong, independent hacker who don't need no CEO.
Seriously? If you think you could come here and convince my daughter to turn on me, you're sorely mistaken. Sue knows I'm the only thing standing between her and numerous jail sentences.
Oh.
My power, my money, my presence. She knows I'm the one she can rely on at all times. Without me, what is she? Just a simple thief with simple friends.
The ghost monsters exchange glances with each other, frowning and rolling their eyes, but they don't utter a word or move against Deco. They clearly want to pounce, but hold themselves back.
I understand and support her. I appreciate her nefarious talents and nurture them. Oh, and I also put a roof over her head, feed her, and clothe her. I spare no expense. In other words, she knows that I made her, and I can unmake her at a moment's notice.
Damn. He's saying that right in front of her. That's bold.
After all, Father knows best. Father knows all. And in the world of arcades, Dekonami knows and controls all. You can't stop that. You can't fight it, and you can't win.
Father has spoken.
Sue, if you would kindly show our friend the exit, as forcefully as you like, perhaps make a game of it. See if your buddies can wreck the other leg.
Ooh, damn, that's cold. Seriously? Vindictive much? Do it. Oh god, I could have given him Palpatine the whole time. Do it. Fine. Inky, Pinky, bounce them both. With a flick of the wrist, Sue gestures for her buddies to make us into street pizza. This is it. This is the moment. I need to say something that'll convince Sue to do the impossible, to flip on her control freak father. And it has to be something absolutely true to my core, to who I've become as a person. It's time for Fleef Rungalo to pull one more rabbit out of a hat. Super intense identity situation detected. You're stronger than him, Sue. You don't need Deco. He needs you. And I can help you see that. Yeah. Oh, man. All right, well, since this is the one I'm going to go with, let's still read the rest of them. Come on, where's the fun in that? I came to battle and I challenge you to a pizza bagel eating contest. Very good. You call yourself a gamer? Prove it. This calls for a one-on-one video game showdown. I'd be very interested to see how that would have played out. That's your strategy. Toss us out. Surely you can come up with something more clever than that. That sounds dangerous. That sounded very instigating? Whatever. Yeah, let's go with our Hattie. Each identity has a totally different finale. Oh! That's awesome. Oh my god. Oh, I'm digging this. But I'm also nervous. Alright, but we gotta do this. This feels wrong, Sue. I'm not talking about kicking us out or kicking us around. I'm talking about you taking orders from him. Okay, I was a jerk when I kicked you out. I'll own up to that. But clearly you're a woman with power who commands respect. I can see that now. What's someone like you doing playing lackey for someone like Dekonami? Sue, through our recent interactions, I've come to know you and your heart. You love arcades, but you're working for someone who loathes them while doing his dirty laundry. If you'll hear me out, I know I can help you see that too. You're stronger than Deco. You don't need him. He needs you. But if you'd rather mash us into paste, well, I stand on one foot, arms wide to make... I stand on one foot, arms wide to make it a bit easier for her. Do as you wish. All right, now I'm gonna switch him over to Palpatine. I can't believe I didn't think of that earlier. Are you quite done babbling yet?
Get this over with, Sue. I'm done dealing with this fool.
And yet Sue's holding up a hand to stop the two goons she was about to sick on us.
What are you waiting for, young lady? I said to get rid of them.
It's just babbling, right? So who cares? Specifically, why do you care, Dad? Oh, God, yes. Thank you for dropping those in chat. You're afraid Fleef will say something you don't want your dear daughter to hear? Well, I don't want to hear this out. Well, I want to hear this out. And if you don't want to hear it, nobody's keeping you here, old man.
What?
Shh, the adults are talking. Deco's visibly seething, but Sue's clearly taking the floor. Deco crosses his arms in defiance, but opts to let his daughter continue.
I love democracy. Unlimited power!
Okay, Fleef. Okay, you've got a temporary reprieve from my boys making you into a Picasso. Maybe you're not quite the no-fun jerk I pegged you for. Say what you came to say, but if I'm not like super-duper incredibly totally swayed by your amazing charisma, you're out the door, or possibly the window. This is it, my chance to convince Sue. I have to do this, and it's not just me. I have Naomi by my side lifting me up. I look over at my love, my heart, and I smile. Yeah, oh, you've got this, Fleef. I believe in you. You've got a pure heart, one that beats with the passion of 1,000 arcades. Okay, so I'm not so good with metaphors. But still, I know if anyone can reach Sue, it's you. Huh, impressive loyalty there. Yes! You know, I like you. Always good to see another lady out there rocking the technology sector. Thanks. I like you too, I think. Okay, so you messed up my lovely, wonderful arcade, but... Yeah, sorry about that. Naomi is also kindly. You got a... okay. I got you. Okay, Fleef, lay it on me. What is it that makes Ponytail Girl dig you so much? Let's hear your case. Deep breaths, count to 10, refocus myself. I slow my racing pulse, bringing this down to something more heartfelt, more personal. I have to connect with Sue, empathize with her. This isn't just about being convincing. I need to befriend her and lay bare the emotional truths in her heart. I glance at Iris on my phone screen, who simply shrugs. We're entering far more subtle territory. I can't rely on her to tell me what responses may or may not work. It's time to be the best I can be on my own. Oh boy.
You have 4 more attempts to sway Sue remaining.
Okay, so... Alright, appeal to her love of arcades. I like that. Flatter her ego. Maybe. Invoke the power of friendship. I like it. Remind her she was almost killed for Deco. Yeah. Invite her back to your arcade. Maybe. Offer a place to stay if Deco kicks her out. Okay. I think to start with... 1 or 5. Yeah, I was definitely leaning at 1. 5 is one of my backup options. I think. I'm gonna go with 1. I'll start with 1. You love arcades. You've got pixels in your heart, Sue. I mean, look at this place. It's amazing. You've built one heck of an arcade here. Also, your friends have a fun place to relax and enjoy themselves. It's not that great. A lot of the games are busted. Naomi? Yes, come in and fix them! True, I see some monitor burning and a few corrupted ROMs. There are telltale signs, and some of the power supplies are probably shot. But I bet I could get a lot of these games fixed and working in no time at all. Whoa, seriously? You clearly love games just like I do. You've got the spirit of a retro gamer. I can see now that when you hurt my games, it wasn't because you wanted to. You'd never willingly hurt a game. So I'd be happy to help.
Seriously, you think you can appeal to her love of these pieces of garbage? The only reason she has any of these games is because I couldn't find the space in a landfill for them.
They're my cast-offs. What's to love? That's not my best Palpatine. It's hard using lines that aren't part of Star Wars. Damn it, Dad, they're not junk. When I was a kid, I used to love your arcades. Bring your daughter to work day was a treat. I got to have fun and enjoy all those great games. I felt special, like I was a special kid because Daddy ran an arcade. I felt good, like you were this amazing person I would look up to. Then you started throwing them out and replacing them with hot garbage slot machines and mobile game ports. Sensing he's losing her, Deco switches tactics. yeah, exactly. Something complete. And I gave you the games you loved. See, they're all down there. Instead of throwing them out, I gave you a very generous gift as my beloved daughter. It's not going to be enough just to say she loves games. I have to take Deco down a peg. So he generously gave you his garbage. Okay, I like that. Do you feel loved, Sue? Like, oh. When did you stop looking up to him? Damn, these are all good. I'm kind of feeling number 2. Chat, I need help here. I'm leaning towards number 2, but what do you guys think? Then be legit. There's a lot riding on this. There's a lot riding on this. I'm thinking number 2. Bleed your lightsaber. We got to vote for number 3. When did you stop looking up to him? I lead you straight. Yeah. Oh. How wooed, to quote Michelle Tanner. Wait, no, it wasn't Michelle. It was Stephanie. Sorry. 2 or 3. Man, yeah, exactly. All right. So right now we've got a bit of a leaning to 3. So I might have to. I don't. Shit. All right, everyone seems to want 3. So let's go for 3. Chat. Ooh, chat. If you fail me, I'm gonna be very upset. You used to look up to him. When did that change, Sue? Was it? Yeah, 2 or 3. All right, so pretty much everyone's feeling 3, so I picked 3. Sorry, I need some. Palpatine hurts my throat. You used to look up to him. When did that change, Sue? Was it just because he threw out games, or was it something more? It's not like he was always a jerk. No, I take that back. He was always a jerk. I just couldn't see it because I was a tiny little girl mystified by her arcade-owning daddy. I don't think it was any one thing. I grew up. I grew up so fast and hard. Started using my skills to get myself things he wouldn't get me. Waste of money, he said. And when he caught me with a stolen credit card, I was expecting a lecture or punishment. A father trying to set his daughter on the right path. But he encouraged me. Said nobody in this world mattered, and if I could take something, I had a right to take it. To rely on myself. Good God. What a lesson. You know what, Dad? You're a dick, and he taught me to be just like you. That's what changed. I couldn't look up to him anymore, and I couldn't look up to myself either. That's nuts. Oh, chat. Nicely done. Nicely done, chat. Thank you. One heck of a breakthrough. It'll help me, true, but I'm glad she can see that for herself, too. What? Choice 2 would have... Oh, my God. That's crazy. I really thought choice 2 was the better one. Oh, my goodness. Whew. Yeah, 3 more attempts to sway Sue remaining. Oh, God. So... Yeah. All right. So here's my. Definitely sniff it. Yeah. Okay. So here's my question then. So is it not so much picking these, of the 6, now 5 choices remaining, does my chance of success really depend on the follow-up prompt that happens? Because I'm very interested to read up on all of these, and I wonder if am I gonna have to go through all 6 of them? Oh, this is crazy. This is seriously like one of the most like intense game finales. This is wild. It varies. Okay, all right. So, okay. The other vote that I had, someone expressed interest in invite her back to your arcade. So chat, so far you're doing a good job. So let's take that. Let's run with it. Which one of these 5 do you want to see? I'm counting 1 vote for 4. It's Dixon wanted number 4. So I'm thinking, I don't really like flatter her ego that much. I don't trust that one. Invoke the power of friendship, possibly. And a reminder, she was almost killed for Deco. That is one of the places that I'm leaning towards. My somewhat reservation about invite her back to your arcade, is I feel like it's in conflict with me kicking her out in the last chapter. Offer a place to stay if Deco kicks her out. Not quite feeling that one. So I'm between 1, 3, and 4 right now. All right, we got to vote for 3. Oh, this is nerve-wracking. I might lean towards. I might pick 3. Let's see what happens. Man, I can't believe that one would have failed. That blows my mind. All right, all right. People are leaning towards 3. Let's go with 3. I think this is a pretty simple indicator of how much Deco cares about you, Sue. He nearly got you killed. He didn't know that was lovely chainsaw territory when he asked us to go into Circle Jerks. Did you tell him? Of course. And how did he react? He didn't care. Why should I? Some pathetic little gang of campfire scouts pretending to be a menace to society. They're nothing. I'd like to think my daughter and her friends are clever enough, strong enough to overcome such nonsense. Except I nearly killed her. That gaggling gathering of girls proved a bit more dangerous than you thought they'd be, Deco. No doubt the shooter would have peed her panties in fear before getting the nerve to pull the trigger if you hadn't startled her. Making some assumptions there, Deco. For all you know, there's sociopaths to the core. I don't like how much he's turning this around on me. You're pushing for her to go back into their turf. A hard lesson, but one she must learn. If Sue can't learn to rise to such mediocre challenges, she won't be ready to inherit my empire. Am I a harsh tutor? Perhaps, but I know Sue will be stronger for facing her fears, worthy of the challenges to come running Deco's palace. Okay. I think we might be able to bring this back. Very carefully. So do you want to own Deco's palace? Is that your future? How do you feel about facing the lovely chainsaws again? What kind of father puts his daughter in harm's way for his own gain? 1 or 3. Yeah, I'm feeling 1 over these. We gotta vote for 3. So that's kind of basically, I'll count it 2 votes for 3. And I'm leaning towards 1, so I think we're tied at 1 and 3. Oh, God. This is crazy. 1 or 3. Oh, God. Well, the only one that got a real definitive vote was 3. All right, chat. Here we go. I'm gonna pull 3. So not only did he ignore your warnings, but now he wants you to go back into the line of fire? What kind of loving father would push you out there in front of a firing squad just so he can tear down a little arcade like mine? Oh, you changed to 1. Okay. All right. I wonder if you might be on a delay, because when I saw that, although there's a stream delay, but just in case, maybe refresh your stream. Anyway, what kind of vindictive, spiteful bastard do you have to be to sacrifice your own daughter to? Yeah, okay, you made your point. Dad, seriously, up yours if you won't listen to me. I told you this would happen, and you don't give a rat's ass. Oh, chat, you've done it again. Nicely done. So no, I'm not going back there. End of discussion. You disobedience. It's a question of strategy. You want Fleef squished. There's a way to do it which don't require me getting shot at. Choice 1 would have failed. Oh my God, I'm terrible at this. Chad is saving me. She realized she can just sell the palace and get rich. My goodness. But you don't care about that, no. Too impatient, too jealous, so you shoveled it in my lap. Well, fuck you, man. I'm not making the same mistake twice. Glad you could see reason on this one. You have 2 more attempts to sway Sue remaining. Can't I just stop here? Oh, that's, you know what? That's fine. I want to keep running this risk. Man. All right, so I was gonna. Right now, I'm between 2 and 3 on this one. Yeah, he kind of saved it. All right, so what do you guys think? I'm feeling 2 or 3 on that. But you know what? I've been setting this up, but I've not been able to I have not properly picked the right choices to knock him down. So I need to keep trusting you guys. 4. Interesting choice. Offer a place to stay if Deco kicks her out. Any other votes? Ah. You're the devil. Two or 4. All right, so I'm probably going to wind up going for 4 then. Whew. All right, you guys. Let's go for 4. All right, yeah, you voted 4? Okay. So let me be clear about this. The reason you won't side with me over your father is you're worried he'll burn you, kick you out of his home, abandon you on the street. Let's put aside the question of whether holding such a threat over your head indicates a loving father or not. I mean, it doesn't, but if you need a place to stay to avoid being homeless, I'll offer my home. Wait, you're serious? Didn't you kick me to the curb when I was at your arcade? Circumstances change. Yeah, I don't know. She can stay with me if it comes to that. Clyde, seriously? I wouldn't want to put you out. My parents like you. I like you. Oh. Well, it's probably just friendly. They'd understand your situation. Please don't feel like you have no options. You've got friends. You've got me. Just think about it, okay, please?
I wouldn't actually drive her from my home in the Death Star. That was just a figure of speech. I'm saying that I'm her provider. I'm the reason she's able to.
I'm pretty sure you meant what you said. You've threatened me with all the dire consequences of disobedience more times than I can count, and I'm getting sick of it. So don't think you can hold that over my head any longer.
This would be a mistake, Sue. Think about more than what's roof.
Wait, sorry. Let me try that again. Take 2.
This would be a mistake, Sue. Think about more than what roof you happen to be sleeping under. I can protect you in ways you cannot provide for yourself. Beyond food and clothing and a place to stay. Legal protection, notably. I keep you off various radars. I make sure my enemies aren't aware you exist. You're safe under my wing.
Oh, definitely. But maybe I just don't care anymore. Maybe I'd rather flame out than put up with your gray hairs. All right, we're staying up there. Good. God, chat, you're killing this. You're killing it today. Sounds like she's starting to see through his supposed generosity. Good. You have one more attempt to sway Sue remaining. Flatter her ego, invoke the power of friendship, or invite her back to your arcade. The option always wins? Okay. That's interesting, because, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, it felt a little bit weird. It felt like it was kind of like overreaching, but essentially what I just needed to do, or at least what that turned into, was just turning her more against Deco. Oh, two flower. Good. I don't know. I recall earlier in the chat you saying that you'd lead me right into failure. But Els Bells is trying to follow you. We got a bunch of votes for 3, it looks like. Okay. Or is this reverse? Stop. Quit playing games with my heart. I'm going to go 3. Invite her back to your arcade. Hey, Sue. Oh, God. I gotta screenshot that. Wow. Hey, Sue. You like circle jerks, right? How about I lift the bet on you returning? Clearly, you don't actually want to wreck my business. If you agree to stop pushing Deco's agenda by messing with circle jerks, you can swing by anytime you'd like. I'll even comp you some some tokens. Sound good? Absolutely. Except for, the small problem of the lovely chainsaw gang lying in wait to finish the job and put me in the dirt. Afraid that a couple bucks in tokens wouldn't go real far in paying for my funeral. I appreciate the offer and all, but honestly, if I wanted to come back... I don't think this one worked. If I wanted to come back, I'd come back, banned or not. There's bigger things at play than what I want, though. But she raises a hand, shutting me down. Done talking about this. We're done. Oh, good. Okay. So I still had that cushion. And actually, now that I still had that the 99% chance, and that was my last go, I think we're still good. Inviting her back always fails. Should have listened to... Oh, you're killing me. You are absolutely killing me. Goodness gracious. Okay. Before I can get in another word, Sue waves her hands, interrupting me. Okay, enough. I'm sick of all this talking. It's time for action. It's time for decisions. You've made your case, Dad, and so have you, Fleef. He wants to protect me and use me. It's patently obvious at this point, but maybe the cost of turning my back on him is too high. While Fleef wants me to throw it all away just because it's the right thing to do. As for me, what do I want? How do I want to play this out? This is it, the moment of truth. Did I convince Sue to abandon her father? Do we save circle jerks? Or was it all for nothing?
You know what? F you, Dad.
Yes! Punch him!
Excuse me?
Yeah, you heard me. Your poor f***ing excuse for a father and your so-called enemy really opened my eyes about that. Oh, don't get me wrong. You've got money and power. You could crush me like an ant, yeah? Yeah.
Well
I
done,
don't
chat.
think I care anymore.
Chat, you all are the heroes of this round. Because I chose poorly.
I'm tired of living in your shadow and under your thumb. I'm tired of living with you.
We first tried it. We first
As
tried
of
it, son.
Today, we're done. I'm cutting unhealthy like you from my life. I think we can do business. You want to save your arcade? I've got the evidence you need to stick Daddy Dearest behind bars for the rest of his life. Every dirty deal I've ever helped him carry out, and believe you me, that's a lot of extremely filthy, filthy deeds.
Filthy, filthy, filthy boy.
You can't do this. I
Punch him.
forbid it. You are my daughter, and if I go down, you're coming with me.
Punch him.
Really? I think I can spin this entire mess as your fault.
I'd like to see you try, you ignorant brat. You're a career criminal, incorrigible to the end. What possible proof could you offer up of your innocence?
Does this have to do... I'm going to take a stab in the dark here. Does this have to do with that USB stick that I think it was Clyde, that Clyde had when I went to visit Deco's palace? Is there incriminating info on that USB stick? Sue snaps her fingers and points to my phone. Oh, okay.
Oh, Iris, would you kindly?
Sure thing, Miss Sue. All right, so it looks like I got it wrong. And from my speaker, a perfect audio recording of Deco's earlier self-incriminating words.
Who knows I'm the only thing standing between her and numerous jail sentences. My power, my money, my presence. But I understand and support her. I appreciate her nefarious talents and nurture them. She knows that I made her, and I can unmake her at a moment's notice.
Golly, that sure smells like corruption of a minor and blackmail to me. And once I do my hair and pigtails and offer a jury big puppy dog eyes, oh, my mean old dad forced me into a life of crime. Well, what do you think happens next?
Yes. Yes. Get him.
No, that's impossible. You said you blocked all recording devices.
I said I couldn't block Iris from functioning, just block her from uploading her recordings anywhere. She was still listening the whole time. You can go ahead and remove the data block now, Clyde. Already done. I've also uploaded a press kit. I've already uploaded a press kit based on our Deconami archives to 5 major newspapers, 11 websites, ESPN, Esports Center, and HGTV. Damn. You are really not taking any chances. Home and Garden Television? I figured the two guys from Arcade Flippers might be interested. I really like that show. Ah, I see what you did there. Okay. With that settled, Sue turns a smug, satisfied smile towards her doomed
Welcome
father.
to the Ides of March, Dad. You want to get me in trouble too? You feel free. At worst, I'll do a year or two in juvie. But you're gonna bleed out on the floor by the time I'm through.
Damn. Dark. Inky Blinky. Yeah, boss. Show my father the door, gently. Don't leave any marks at
No.
least.
No! This is completely unacceptable. I am your father. I'm Deconami. I am the arcade business.
Inky and Blinky easily restrain Deco by the arms, but I just can't let him go without having my 2 cents. Can you punch him? Punch him! Ah, I was hoping the... Alright. Game over, Deco. You lose. Ouch. It's nothing personal, Mr. Nami, just business. It's a shame it had to come to this, but goodbye. I kind of like 2 or 4. This one, like it's nice and cold, which is all he really deserves. And this one is just like it's a nice little rubbing his face in it. Number 2. Number 3, so 2 votes for 3.
Do it.
So we got 2 for 2 and 2 for 3.
Hi, arcade business. I'm dead.
Well, I'll be the tying vote here because I was You fuckers. Oh, vote for 4. Should I? You know what? I feel like number 3 is like the perfect juxtaposition to everything we just witnessed. So despite my my better judgment, I'm going with number 3. Hi, arcade business. I'm dead. Did you seriously just dad joke my dad? Damn right I did. Sweet.
Impudent, insignificant little.
Are you still here? Not for
I
long.
haven't lost. I can still fight this. I can still.
And the ghost monsters remove Deco from our sights. Instantly, the entire atmosphere of the place changes as if a great weight has lifted. I couldn't be more relieved, and I relaxed into a sigh. And then I put my other foot down, the foot that I realized I got shot on, and I scream in pain. Not gonna lie, the next few days will be interesting to say the least. But I think you'd better stay at my place. My parents won't mind at all. Yeah, I'm gonna need to hide out until the heat's off. Maybe practice batting my eyelashes at a weak-willed jury box full of concerned parents, too. Sue blinks in astonishment. Oh, right, Flea, if you're still here. You were pretty cool in the end, I gotta admit. 7 out of 10 minimum. I don't know if we'll ever be friends exactly, but you've got my respect.
I'll keep my promise. The public will know Deco hired a gang to go after you. That should exonerate your arcade as a victim of his shady dealings. So, we square?
Thank you for everything you've done. Yep, we're... Oh, God! Greg, I feel like you wrote some of these. You wronged me, but I can let it go. You're a terrible person, but whatever. We've got 2 votes for 1. Got to vote for... Of course, we've got to vote for 2. Absolutely not 2. Greg is a ghostwriter for this game. Vote for 4. All right, so more votes for 1, it looks like. Yeah, our buddy Admiring Ryman here is kind of the king of dad jokes. And some of these are just like right on his level. I think, yeah, okay. Thank you. I know this wasn't easy for you giving up so much, and I appreciate what you've done for my arcade.
You honestly. I may still owe you for that matter.
Whoa. We did it. We really did it.
Yes, we did, Naomi.
I mean, I knew we could do it. I really did. Yeah. We saved the arcade. Okay, so things are gonna be a bit wonky for a few days, and we'll have reporters swarming the place and maybe some cops. But we did it! We saved the arcade we built together.
Aw. A place where we can have a future together. An arcade of our dreams.
Thank you so much. It'll be everything I've ever dreamed it would be.
Oh, my heart. Be still, my tiny black heart. Kill screen. The next few days passed by in a blur. That morning we had press crowding around the doors of the arcade before we'd even opened. Sue's care package of bad news that went up the wire caught their attention.
Mr. Regulo, is it true that Dekonami organized a gang hit on your arcade? How do you respond to allegations that Dekonami is involved in an international counterfeit plush doll prize ring? What is your relationship with the Ghost Monsters? Have you heard any of the allegations of child abuse? Have you seen Mrs. DeFame's article talking about the incident, praising your professionalism?
Thanks for the bit, Hells Bells. Good deal. I gave so many interviews that day that I lost my voice. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Fortunately, Naomi was on hand to keep me hydrated and encourage me onward. Everybody loved to see a fallen family entertainment icon. It made them feel self-righteous, and Dekonami was now square in the crosshairs. It didn't matter that the official police response was a generic, "We are still investigating these claims." The court of public opinion had decided. Deco's palace was doomed. The final crushing blow came at a press conference 3 days later.
These obvious falsehoods generated by jealous business rivals and lying children merely go to show how the powerful are routinely targeted for harassment.
Oh, thanks for the additional bits. Hails Bales. Hails Bales! Oh, dude. Thank you. It's much appreciated. Oh, look at his face.
What? No! Unhand me immediately! I'm innocent in these matters! Innocent!
I'm innocent in these matters. Okay, so Two Flower, if you're still here, is that the woman in the black suit? Was she in Hamza's basement? Was she one that carried off the Polybius cabinet? Because if so, then I'm a little suspicious. And holy crap, Hell's Bells, you are one generous... man, you're crazy. But thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And we never saw him again. Well played. Well played. Seriously, after the arrest, he just up and... Alright, I'm going to have to go back and check that bit of my playthrough. Seriously, after the arrest, he just up and vanished from the public eye. It's honestly a bit creepy. I was at least... Oh, God. There's going to be... You're all... You guys are setting this up, aren't you?
He told me that if I didn't commit all those crimes, he'd take away my food. I never wanted to be a hacker. I just like computers. I wanted to get a computer degree and get a normal job like anyone else.
Well played. Largely a line of hokum, but it was good to see Sue breaking away from Deco's influence all the same. Who knows? Maybe Sue's ready to turn over a new leaf and go straight after all. The Deco's Palace Board of Directors unanimously voted to eject him, given he'd just vanished into the guts of the judicial system. Oh, the arcade empire he established is still out there. It's still powerful, still tacky as heck, and still a menace to small arcades like ours. Because now I'm thinking about those family members that helped Deco procure the Funplex. All right, I'm starting to think of this whole thing like a Marvel movie. Like I'm taking every little thing into account. But without his guiding vision, it's largely treading water. Who knows? Maybe one day the traditional arcades will overtake what he left behind. As for Circle Jerks kept its laser-tight focus on esports and competitive titles. Without a restaurant or bar to bog things down, we focused on tournaments. The Arcade Spirits Cinema. Yes! The ASCU, the ESCU. We drew in top talent, big names. While we weren't really large enough to host major events, we gained a rep in the underground for our amazing action. We're doing okay for ourselves, all told. But the arcade in the end is less important than the people who call it home. Ah, I like that back. Oh, yay! The dream we shared so long ago, sitting and watching the nighttime waves roll in at Flotsam Beach. That dream came true. Circle Jerks became our family arcade for many years to come, just like Miss Francine before us.
Another bad chip to replace. It's getting harder and harder to keep these old games going.
But not impossible. There's still so many great games to restore. And if anyone can keep our arcade dream alive, it's you, Naomi.
As dreams go, that's not a bad one at all. It's everything I ever hoped it could be.
And yeah.
I'm so glad I found you. And I'm so glad you found me. Together, we'll make sure the spirit of arcades lives on forever.
Someone should make a video game like that. Call it Spirit of Arcades. Somebody write that down. In the end, I can honestly say I found my dream. Naomi and her whole world became my dream, and I'd live happily in that world for many years to come. Iris explained to me that irises, being adaptive software, eventually become more and more like their users. It seems my empathy has rubbed off on Iris. With my influence, she's grown quite a bit.
I hope that one day, humans will see us as friends and allies. All I've ever wanted was to embrace kindness and understanding. And thanks to you, I've learned so much.
Hells Bells, thank you for the biddies. You're awesome. You're the best. Gavin stood watch over our dream, protecting it for many years to come. As our business manager, he took advantage of the fall of Deco's Palace to make Circle Jerks the hottest new arcade destination on the block. But most importantly, he never lost sight of the real goal. I'll protect your dream to the very end. Sure, you can always make the arcade you've always wanted. Oh, crap. I'm an idiot. You're right. I am a dumbass. Sorry. You're still awesome, though. You're still awesome. I completely misread that. Thank you for, Anyway. Percy only had 2 years left to live. But with the success of Circle Jerks and with the encouragement of all his friends, he decided that wouldn't be enough.
Our minds met up. We're going to seek more treatment. I don't want this to end. I don't want to say goodbye to you all.
He lived many years to come thanks to a renewed push to take care of his condition. Take care of yourselves, people. Happy years spent with all of us. Oh, don't worry about that. That was entirely my misunderstanding. We're just happy to have you here. As for Moopy, well, with all the time in the world, he took his time, paced himself, and eventually beat the score.
Although I'm honestly not sure what to do with the rest of my life, I suppose we'll just have to see when we see him.
When the 4 Heavenly Kings invited her to live and play at their team house, Queen Bee instantly said yes. Listen, kid, I'm sad to leave you, but I'm not gone for fucking forever. This is my true home, and you're my family. I'm gonna come back and visit. And often. And that she did. She stops by as much as her schedule allows, and even brings some other big names to the arcade. We always live stream her matches on the big screen, cheering for her all the while. This win is dedicated to Fleef and everyone else at Circle Jerks. I couldn't have done it without those amazing friends of mine. We always keep Fist of Discomfort warm and ready for her next visit. Thank you for the actual biddies. Much appreciated. Now I see that you are highlighting Jar Jar Binks. How dare you? Anyway. Through the good times and the bad, Juniper stuck by me, my BFF for life. Hang on. I gotta have some water for this one. I'm really proud of you, you know. You pulled yourself out of the tailspin your life was in. You went for it. You did it. You made it happen. Jar Jar is his own. Yeah. Have you guys read up on some of the canon material regarding Jar Jar? It's actually kind of sad and like really crap. What's the word I'm looking for? Like I'll say this much. It's heavy. She made Sue's voice as Jar Jar. Jar Jar is a little bit hard. When I did it as a kid, I would basically just do the same thing I would do for Meatwad. Anyway, I'm lucky I got to be even a small part of that. A large part of that, I'd say. I wouldn't be here now if not for you. Hey, I'll take credit if you want me to. Just call me Juniper, the life coach. And you know I'll be in your corner until you're dead. Hopefully rather later than sooner, though. Wikipedia has a lot of info. Yeah, he was in one of the Star Wars Aftermath novels. And basically what happened is he basically just turned into like a city jester. Or he would just he would hang out like in the middle of a town and just do like pratfalls. He would do his usual Jar Jar stuff for laughs to entertain the kids. But then it would say like all the grown-ups and adults and officials and all that, they knew what Jar Jar actually did. That he basically gave Palpatine the emergency powers that helped him rise to power in terms of the government. And Jar Jar knew that the adults recognized him for that. Knew that he had made, you know, some of the biggest mistakes possible. So it's like it was well written. What'd you get Jar Jar do? Dur. Anyway. Ashley stayed as... Why is she grayed out? Ashley stayed as our main floor attendant for a while, but as we got bigger, more people took notice of Ashley's Circle Jerks mascot costume. One of those people worked for a big-name arcade and offered her a job to create cosplay for them. Ashley parted ways with us for that dream job. It makes sense considering we were never that close. I just wonder if she's happy there. What? Is it because she's low on my... Oh. I mean, good for her getting like a really good opportunity, but damn. Also, am I hitting that glitch again where the characters are supposed to be fading? Or, yeah, the characters are supposed to be fading in and out. Actually, I know you certainly hate that, Otter. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because Teo's at the very bottom of the list, so that's why he's grayed out too. Lowest to leave unless you go friendship route. Okay. Teo kept the Showtime stage scene alive here at Circle Jerks until he got offered a job as their regional community manager. Teo put his crewmate D in charge here as he set off traveling and organizing dancing tournaments around the world. Game's almost... Okay. He's doing what he loves, connecting with all sorts of people. I guess he just never connected enough with anyone here to stay around. That's kind of hitting me a little bit. Like what if there was like a massive tie? Let's if there was maybe... Is it possible to get like a three-way tie for the bottom? And would I wind up losing 3 people? Love and friendship in a time of pixels and quarters. Finally, I'm home. Circle Jerks! Thank you, Circle Jerks. My spirit is restored and my future is bright. At last, I can say... Oh, I forget, but there are tiebreaker rules to keep it to losing only 2. Okay. I'm feeling number 1 on this one, chat. This is probably going to be the last one we'll have to pick. Yep, we got to vote for 1. Vote for 1. And a vote for 1. All right, we're going 1. I'm happy. I'm finally truly happy with who I am and where I am. I fought hard for this and won it at a great effort, but happiness is my reward for this day and every day to come. Biddies, actual biddies, and not me mistaking it for something else. Thank you for the biddies. Oh my god, guys, we did it. That, I gotta say, that was like, that game was on like a constant rise. I enjoyed the crap out of that game. Like, it wasn't just growing with the characters and getting to know them and care for them and all that stuff, but the stories that you guys kept introducing as the game continued, that they were really impressive. I'm digging on this. Thank you for playing. Thank you for doing such a fantastic job. Do you have I'm assuming is there anything else that you want to plug right now? And can you give us any hints as to any future projects that you and your crew might be working on? Because anyone who's watching this, highly recommend this game. And I'm very tempted to, probably off stream, try some different routes on this game. I really want to see what happens with other people. Our next game will be, now it's in June. Sweet deal. Whew. And thank you, chat, for helping me conquer that last really big trial. Oh, thank you for the gifted sub. Awesome. You are a beast. Oh, hang on. Post-credit scene. This is it. This is the Arcade Spirit universe.
This is outrageous. I demand to speak with my lawyer.
Is this someone I already know?
Hello. Hello, can anyone hear me? You can't do this to me.
Oh. What? Oh, I'm like bouncing in my chair right now. This isn't. Oh God, I'm loving this. Wow. I'm well aware of who you are.
Good. Then you know I can afford a lawyer who can run circles around you, whoever you are.
True. If you were officially under arrest, technically this facility does not exist. Neither do I.
What? You can't do this.
If you prefer, I could hand you over to the police. There's a cybercrime task force that's eager to get their hands on you. But if you'd like to avoid a lengthy prison sentence, I have a proposition for you. I'd like to know a tiny, tiny little detail buried in all those leaked files your daughter posted online. Specifically, the 1980 fuck playtests.
The what? I'm afraid you have me at a disadvantage.
You know damn well what I'm talking about. The Sinus Lotion's Pride and Joy. You hosted secret playtests, so that game... Oh, shit. What?
Oh, those tests. Sorry, but I don't see what'll what help I'll be. I only played a minor role. Once the test was over, the machines were shipped out to other locations.
Exactly. Against our authority, Sinus Lotion disrupted their prototypes. And you're going to use all your connections, all your leverage, every drop of what little influence you have left to help us find our property. Polybius was our project, Mr. Nami, and we want it back. What on earth do you all have cooking? Oh my god. Your flux capacitor is now charged. On your next playthrough, you can use the L button to... that's really cool. You can use the L button to scroll back in time and change your most recent decisions. Also, would you like to save your character and story data for this playthrough so you can use it any future Arcade Spirits expanded content? Are you all doing DLC for this too? Or is that referring to what I'm assuming is going to be the sequel? Thank you for the biddies. Yes, save my data. Now exporting data. All done. Thank you for playing. Bye, Iris. There's so much to unpack. So he was... Okay. Everyone, follow the Arcade Spirits. I'm assuming I'm assuming there's a Twitter account for it, a Facebook account for it, maybe even an Instagram. Oh man, well done. Well done, chat. Well done, Two Flower and your team. Ugh. Man, I'm sorry I'm like extra quiet right now. I'm just kind of wrapping my head around everything that just happened. Show the goods. All right, yeah. So here, let me... Yeah, / Arcade Spirits VN. Okay, there you go. Follow that link, everybody. Follow them. Get your own copy of Arcade Spirits. I believe there's a physical release, or at least for the Switch, coming out in a couple days, if I'm not mistaken. If I had known that, I might have waited a couple days. But you know what? This experience was awesome. I would not have traded it for anything. So I'm going to show something off real quick. It was something that I showed at the beginning of the stream. It's something I'm going to show again. So we have our first piece of unofficial merch. I'm going to show off right now. And here it is. We have a Circle Jerk shirt, everybody. You can find this. I posted the link on the screen right here, and there's also a link on our 165 Entertainment Facebook page. There you go. Digital Switch, PS4, Xbox One, Steam. Get your copy now, everybody. And then follow this link. Get yourself a Circle Jerks t-shirt. Get the link here. Go to our Facebook page. You can get it there. There's a direct link to the Redbubble store where you can pick this up. This is totally unofficial merch. This was made by one of our fans who's in chat right now. Darkside, excellent job. I'm digging the t-shirt. You can get it's got our logo on it and everything. If you want to be a Circle Jerk, go get yourself this shirt. Thank you, Darkside, for designing this for us. Whew. Okay. With that, I'm going to wrap all this stuff up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the gifted sub. Thank you for the bits. If you haven't already done so, please feel free to follow and or sub to our channel. We are very close to hitting 100 subs, and when we do so, we're gonna organize a little special stream for everybody. 165 Entertainment consists of many different streamers, and amongst us, we stream every single night of the week, right around this time, right around 7ish. My name is Luby. I stream on Wednesdays and Fridays. And now that I just finished this up, I'll probably do just a smaller, quieter kind of a buffer stream on Friday. Maybe I'll go back to what's it called, Soviet Jump Game. And tomorrow night is going to be more Donnie and Nicole doing their date night streams. Last night they played some Halo 3. They may or may not do that again. You'll have to tune in to find out what they're going to play. Then on Saturdays, they're hosted by Greg. Last Saturday, he and I played Super Mega Baseball 3. We may or may not do that again. Again, tune in to find out. Sundays are hosted by Josh and Lindsay, where they play either horror games or they play multiplayer horror games. Tune in to find out what they're going to play. Mondays are hosted by Don, and he's often joined by various members of our crew. Last Monday, they played Overcooked 2. That was a blast. Check out the many clips that were pulled from that stream. And then Tuesdays again are Donnie and Nicole. Check them out. And with that, I'm going to sign off. So enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of your week. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Tune in next time, and I'll see you later. Good night.